Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toler presiding. You may be seated.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Tanisha McDonald and Alfred Pearson. Ms. McDonald and Mr. Pearson, you two have been married for 12 years. You have 2 children together. You do not want to be married anymore. And one of the reasons you don't want to be married anymore is sitting in the courtroom with us, Ms. Amber Duncan. Good day to you as well. You two have some financial issues that you would like me to resolve in the course of your divorce. However, before we do that, Ms. McDonald, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your marriage and why we're here today?
Hi, Judge. How are you? Well, my life is like a soap opera. It's crazy because basically the story that starts off with me and Alfred, we met June of '98. And when we met, we were at a mutual friend's house, and basically he kept pursuing me, so I went ahead and gave him a shot. 4 months after then, we started sleeping together, and I got pregnant. And once I got pregnant or whatever, maybe he started trying to go to church with me, and we decided to raise our kids among moral Christian values, and we decided to get married. So we got married and tried to make things work. Unfortunately, he had a separate life that he always would secretly be living, obviously, because his peace was just disturbed. He just couldn't be peaceful. So I just decided to go ahead and just separate. I couldn't take it anymore. It was just too much drama. So basically, he's not a good father. He owes $30,000 in child support.
For other children that he has?
No, these are for his 2 children.
Those 2 with you?
So he has 2 child support orders.
How do you have him on child support?
Okay, basically
and still married to him?
Basically what took place was he made an agreement with me when we first separated that he would at least take care of the kids, and he would give me $600 a month for the kids. Basically, he didn't keep up with the agreement, so it caused me to resort into child support.
Got it.
So within the going back and forth, we tried to get a divorce before, and when we were trying to get the divorce before, he kept hitting bankruptcy. He was so emotional about it. He did different things like destroying stuff. I just want to make the points back to what I was saying about how he's not a good father. He had both of our children outside of the house for like 30 minutes one time. He's acting like he was getting ready. He was acting like he was getting ready to get the kids basically earlier that day. And once I got ready to bring them, Amber answered the phone. He wasn't answering the phone, and she was like, "Alfred, go get the door," acting like, you know, she was asleep or whatever.
I was not there.
And we could, me and the children, we could hear him in the background, like, you know how you can hear somebody whispering at the door trying to make sure everybody's gone. So they went to the back door. We seen the car in the back, so we knew that he was there or whatever. Plus, Amber wouldn't answer the phone no more after that last call. So we turned the phones off. The kids were disappointed. They were upset because it was at nighttime. They were upset about that. And then the other point that I had to make, from Christmas to New Year's Eve, he had the kids from Christmas all the way up until New Year's Eve to think that he was going to pick them up every day. By New Year's Eve, it was supposed to be one of her kids' birthday, and the kids were supposed to have been going over there or whatever, and they never did come and get the kids. I was calling them on the phone after the kids couldn't get them on the phone, and I'm like, are they serious? And I was very upset about it, so we didn't talk to him for maybe about a month.
Okay,
and that
now, hang on. I'm going to let Mr. Pearson respond. Respond to her allegations that you're a bad father.
Well, actually, in order to see my kids, I had to buy her diamond earrings in exchange to see my kids.
He is a liar.
So you're saying she keeps the kids away from you and you have to buy her stuff
to
liar.
He only see them quarterly because he's trying to help her raise those
My kids wrote a Christmas list. I wasn't able to get everything.
He wasn't trying to get none of it. He waited 4 days before.
Hang on.
I wasn't able to get everything off the Christmas list. And she kept my kids from me from 8 months.
He's a liar. He told my mom because...
Hush.
Another time was, she comes up like the time when she said my car was there, I was not there, you know, and she came over.
Liar.
And, you know, my kids were upset with me, you know, due to the fact she assumed I was in the house.
Have you kept your word to your kids when you tell them that you're going to go somewhere? Do you show up?
Yes.
Always lie.
Yes,
Ms. Duncan was about to have a stroke.
So we're going to pull her up.
I had to pay her gas money.
Hang on, both of you. Ms. Duncan, what do you have to say about the nature of your boyfriend's relationship with his children?
Your Honor, she is fabricating this whole entire story.
She is a liar.
Now, don't interrupt, Ms. McDonald. I will sit you down.
She is fabricating this whole story. Now, on Christmas, I personally have called her and asked for the children. So that they could come over. Now, we saw the children on Christmas. On Christmas, we got the children. They got their presents. And then after that, she goes, "Oh, you didn't let my daughter come home with her toys, so you can't see them." We didn't see them kids for 3 months after that. She keeps the kids. We don't comply with what she says, and we don't do what she does. She don't let us see the kids at all.
When divorce court continues, Judge Lynn has strong words for the new woman in Alfred's life.
They have no right to call you mother. That's their mother over there.
And you're right, Your Honor.
Divorce isn't easy. Call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com or become a fan at facebook.com/divorcecourt.
Divorce Court is back with the case of Tanisha McDonald, who claims her husband has been slacking on his parental duties since he's been with his new woman. But is Alfred's girlfriend Amber making it difficult for Tanisha and Alfred to co-parent their children?
I said, may I speak to my husband? She's like, my boyfriend.
Mr. Pearson, why don't you explain to me the transition between wife and girlfriend, how you went from one to another?
Well, for one, she's more classy. Amber's more classy. Look at her. She looks like a hood rat. You know, I mean, it's all bad.
Colorful.
You know?
That's the best you done look since I done seen you since we
I always
separated.
look good. That's why you mad. That's why you mad, because I look better than you. I'm the woman that you want to be. That's why you're mad.
We're not talking about nobody fat,
Let me
boo.
ask you this. Do you
We ain't
feel at
talking
all
about
bad
no
about...
She desperate for a man. She don't care
Ms.
who man
McDonald?
it is. I'm sorry.
Do you want to sit down?
No, ma'am.
You know,
I'm sorry.
you know, he called you a hood rat.
Yes.
You heard him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're personifying it.
And then you start to rattle off stuff that is demonstrative of that. So if you want me to believe your version of what's going on, you can't behave in a manner that supports his proposition. Oh, quit clapping, because I'm coming to you now, Ms. Duncan. Don't you feel at all badly about sleeping with another woman's husband? I don't understand how you can feel okay about that.
Your Honor, the reason
No
why...
matter who or what she is.
The reason why I'm okay with it, yes, I do feel bad because that's something I'm going to have to take up with God. That's something I am going to have to face. But the reason why I'm not hurt about it because this woman has destroyed this man. I'm fighting battles that she started.
How has she destroyed him?
She's taking him through, first of all, a woman, regardless of if he's not paying child support or not, he's still them children's father. You cannot use the children against him to get money out of him. You can't sit there or like, for instance, a birthday that just passed. He said, okay, we're going to come to the birthday party. He says, we're going to come to the birthday party, me, Amber, and the kids. And she goes, oh no, I only want to invite you. She can't come, I only want you to come. The girl is unstable.
Do you think it's not, to me, it would be odd if a wife was okay with the husband bringing the chick on the side to the party.
Right.
Because that's who
But
you
they were
are.
separated. And her kids come to my house, her children come to my house, they spend time with me, so if it's such a big problem, then she shouldn't bring the kids around me at all.
They think you're a liar.
If they don't like me, they don't tell me that when they come over, and they tell me they love me and call me mom.
She's not a mother.
You don't let them call you mom.
My kids
I don't force them. They say
Do you correct them when they call you mom?
They just had our son on the floor.
No, you don't. You should. You don't, because of the way you told that story.
No,
I don't.
Will you stop it? They have no right to call you mother. That's their mother over there.
And you're right, Your Honor.
And you have the power to tell them what they will and will not call you. Do not allow that to happen. You hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, what do you have to say?
I am so sorry, Your Honor. This has really just got me in a place, because I really keep this in the back of my life, so it kind of makes things difficult for me to explain. But what I was getting ready to say, Amber is desperate for a man. She don't care who man it is, whether he's married or not.
Not desperate.
And the problem is, this is the problem that I have with her. I called one day talking about our children, not thinking that she would answer the phone, because she had not been doing so. She had just been letting him use her phone. So basically, I didn't know that. Once I learned this, I called and said, may I speak to Alfred? And I said, may I speak to my husband? She's like, my boyfriend.
Amber,
I said, my husband. And she said,
he's your
my
husband,
boyfriend.
but
like I said, this is the thing that I had a problem with.
I'm not your husband.
She got to talking about she gonna come up to the kids' football field and what she was gonna do. You're not gonna come nowhere. She wants to try to be complicated on the phone and give me attitude.
At the football game.
I don't think that she's a good person to be around my children.
No, ma'am. Your Honor, that case with the football game,
with
the football game happened the night that she was saying we left the kids, quote unquote, outside for 30 minutes.
Right.
She called my phone and threatened me and told me that if I was to show up to that football game, that
I'm talking about the prime time.
Jump me and beat me up if I showed up.
We were starting and making a scene there at the football game, and I would just leave because I don't like the conflict, you know, and I'm there to support the kids.
You can't do that, Mr. Pearson.
Well, I'm supporting the kids.
That's your children's mother. You got a chick on the side. It's your job to make the peace. It's your job you can't just wander off.
Right. It was peaceful.
You've got to make the situation right. You got to man up and say, hey, this is right, this is wrong, this is what we're going to do, this is what we're not going to do.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
You got to handle your business.
Right.
When divorce court continues, has Tanisha always had another man on the side?
My family member caught her in the car with her ex-boyfriend, in my car with her ex-boyfriend.
If you would like your case heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com and follow us on Twitter at Divorce Court. Divorce Court returns with the case of Tanisha McDonald, who claims her husband is behind $30,000 in child support. But has Alfred been throwing his money away gambling?
Did you blow $7,000 at a casino?
$7,000.
You don't roll like that. You don't have the kind of money to
Well, I had a little money
throw
then.
away.
I had a little money back then.
Ms. Pearson, you say that Mrs. McDonald admitted to having sex with 6 different guys during the course
Well, it was
of your
more than
marriage?
that, but she only admitted to 6. You know,
Lying.
we was in a hospital one particular time, and she kept leaving out the room. My child was sick, and I checked her voicemail because I had access to her phone, and I checked, and it was a guy. He left a message saying that he saw that she was with me, and he'll call her later. You know.
Ms. McDonald, were you running around on your husband?
No.
Come on, tell the truth.
No, I'm getting ready. I'll tell you.
14 years, you never ran around on him.
Listen to me. Within the time that I've been separated from him.
Look at her.
Your Honor, within the time that I've been separated from him, he has took me through hell to the point where it's demolished my self-esteem and the Christian values that I was raised upon. So
She's
therefore,
a cheater.
being vulnerable, talking to people like how I'm talking to you and trying to explain this to you, it might be somebody that I thought that would see me as a friend until I got things over with. And emotionally, if I've got involved with somebody, it's been within the time we've been separated, never when we was together. When I was together and I was with him, I was totally dedicated to my marriage. Within the time, the two times that we separated, he's a liar.
Listen, she was in my vehicle. My family member caught her in the car with her ex-boyfriend, in my car. My car with her ex-boyfriend.
With her ex-boyfriend.
With her ex-boyfriend.
While you two were still together. You were with Amber at the time.
My family member.
He's a
in
liar.
my
7 years
car.
later, Your Honor.
He's a liar.
My
How
car.
come it's taking you so long to get a divorce? I mean, you and Amber have been together how long?
3 years.
Because he don't want a
3 years.
divorce.
What's taking so long to get
Well,
over
the
this? That's
finances, I'm behind in child support, and I really don't have the money to play with because
If
I
I
pay
wanted to
$600 a
reconcile
month.
today, he would.
You know,
He a
and
liar.
These are the only 2 kids you have, right?
Yes.
Okay. Mrs. McDonald, you said that once Mr. Pearson blew $7,000 in a casino.
Yeah, he told me he would blow $6,000 and $7,000 and $5,000 at a time, and he did that $7,000 in one night. But he couldn't help me. I didn't understand that. How could you not help me?
Mr. Pearson, are you losing that kind of money in a casino and not paying your child support?
No, ma'am.
Yeah,
I was paying child support at the time.
That's where he got it from. He said
in money orders.
Yeah, but I want to know about the $7,000. Did you blow $7,000 at a casino?
$7,000 an hour.
You don't roll like that. You don't have the kind of money to
Well, I had a little money
to throw away.
I had a little money back then, but
in order to make blowing $7,000 an okay thing, you got to have a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know?
You're
Just
right.
because you have a couple of dollars in the bank doesn't mean that you can go and spend it all. You've got kids. You've got stuff to pay for.
When divorce court continues, Tanisha offers Alfred a gift.
Is this a picture of you?
Yeah, that was when we were in our marriage, Your Honor.
Divorce court returns with the case of Tanisha McDonald and Alfred Pearson, who are divorcing after 12 years of marriage.
I think he kind of forgot about his life. These
Well,
are some
then
pictures
what do you
that I
want-
have.
what are you trying to show
Because
me?
he said he don't have any pictures of the kids. So I just basically wanted you to present those pictures to him to let him have, because those are pictures that I paid for, spending my money on by myself without assistance.
Well,
Is this a picture of you?
Yeah, that was
No,
when
we
we were
don't
in
need
our
that.
marriage, Your Honor.
we don't need that one at all.
You should go back to this look.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I
It's
have
a
no
good
problem.
look.
I have no problem with that. This was just different. This was something that I've only done
Everything's
twice.
Well, it's different, all right.
Yeah.
He can have these for keeps?
Yes, he can have them.
I don't want her picture, actually. The one of her, you know, I don't need that. You know, that's...
When you get the sleeping
She
around
had
and stuff,
pictures
you
of my
don't,
friend.
you forget about what your life is.
Tell me about the
like
$750 that you want from him, Ms. McDonald.
Okay, basically what took place was in February of 2008, he told me that once he got this job, if I could help him get back and forth to work, that he could start paying his child support consistently. So I was trying to help him. You know, even though he acts ignorant to me, he get to calling me different names and talking to me crazy sometimes, I still wanted to help him. So I was taking him back and forth, but it was too exhausting for me. I got a rental car. When I got the rental car, he's like, he said he only wanted a week. That was the original agreement. He told me that he would pay me to do so. So anyway, he called me and
he said, $600.
He said, could he keep it? He said, could he keep it for an additional week, Your Honor? And I allowed him to do so. Once we got to the rental car place and he was supposed to have the money and stuff, when I went in there with my credit card and the money that I had in my account, they took it out and he's like, well, I don't get the check until after he didn't get out the rental car and he's in my car. So I was so upset, I hurry up and dropped him off. And I was like, I don't appreciate that. You need to give me my money. So he was like, he was going to pay me in the morning. He never paid me my money, $750. And what happened was, I ended up getting, by me already had like different bills and stuff that I had to pay, Your Honor. And basically what I ended up doing was, it ended up coming out of my account, and to this day, that account is still negative.
Thank you, John.
Because of him.
Okay,
What is your response
now
to that,
listen,
Pearson?
I paid hers. I rented a car. She did rent a car for me for $600. $600. Okay, that's kind of high, you know, for a rental car for $600.
Right.
Now, she made me keep the car for additional week, you know, because she had the information.
He just don't want to pay this.
She said it cost another $600. So I'm like, okay, you know. So what I did, I had just got an apartment. And I bought an air mattress, a microwave, and, you know, I didn't have another $600, plus I thought it was unreasonable.
So you say you paid her $600?
Yes, I paid her $600, and I also...
You say he never did.
I also took the things that I had bought back to the store to give her the money so she can leave my apartment. Because she was getting domestic, and she was getting real...
It was getting messy.
He's a liar.
She was getting real...
He's a liar.
Ms. McDonald, I think you are a hot mess. And I worked really hard to get past what you got on, because you can't judge people by what they wear. But you talk a lot, and you have a lot to say, and I really do. I don't think you do anything without planning it out and all that, and I'm not quite sure I believe what you tell me. I think I believe him. I think he comes across as a rational individual. And having said that, I also believe him about the $600. I believe he paid you back. I believe he did all that kind of stuff, because he told me too many details about the stuff he used and he did. So I'm not going to give you anything other than a little advice. You know, throttle back, calm down, be cool. Your kids will be as crazy as you make them. There will be no recovery in this matter. It is so ordered.
All right. Parties may leave the courtroom.
Tanisha says that after the show, she wanted nothing more to do with Alfred. Though he promised to provide the children money, he never has followed through with it. He has reached out in an effort to continue his family relationship, which currently is ongoing with his son. Tanisha says she has come to realize that Alfred will never change and that she has to think about her welfare and that of her children.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toler presiding. You may be seated.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Bynum Malone and Kenneth Morrow. The two of you have been married for a little over a year, but you separated 4 months after you got married. Now you're here in divorce court seeking to end the union altogether. Ms. Malone, you are seeking $1,500 in transitional support, and we will go through that as we proceed. But before we get to those financial issues, I'm going to start with you, Ms. Malone. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your marriage and why we're here in divorce court today?
Okay, Your Honor, we are here because Kenneth is a liar, he's jealous, and he also has two different personalities. For one, Kenneth, he do not believe in paying bills.
So what personality is that? Is that
with a financial problem.
Cheat, Kenneth?
No, the personality come in as when we have an argument or something or a discussion, his whole personality change, and then he come back saying that everything is all right. Like, I'm going to give you an example, for instance. My daughter had came down to visit. I hadn't seen her in over 3 years, and when she came, she invited me to the motel room where she was. We were supposed to have a pool party and pizza. So Kenneth had called, and I told him everything was all right and everything was good. When I know anything, Kenneth came raging like a raging animal, knocking and about to bang the door down, wanted to know what I was doing up in there and who I had up in there with me. And then once he left and went home, by the time we made it home, when I walk in, he was like, "Hey, sweetie, how you doing? Everything all right?" Now tell me, is there anything wrong with that picture to you, Your Honor?
So you're saying he came down to the motel and acted a fool because he thought you were in there with some guy.
That's not
and
true.
then after he caused all that chaos and comes home like nothing ever happened. That's what you're telling me.
Yes.
Mr. Morrow, did that happen?
No, it did not.
Tell me what happened.
This particular time, I had called my wife. She had been going 4 or 5 hours. I said, "When are you coming home?" Her statement was, "Well, my daughter shipped from out of town. She's got a room. I don't know how long I'm going to be." I asked her, I said, "What hotel are you in?" She didn't want to tell me what hotel she was in. And that's what the problem was. If you're my wife and you're not doing anything, you're from Greenville, Mississippi, let me know what hotel you are in.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
How did you find her then if
Well,
you didn't know what hotel
by me being
she
a
was
pastor,
in?
I prayed, and actually God spoke to me and told me the exact motel she was in, and I went and knocked on the door.
God said, Motel 6.
Yes, yes, he did.
Exactly, Your Honor.
Yes,
That's
he
the
did.
problem we had.
Yes, he did, because
that's the
she
reason why
wouldn't-
we was only married for
She
4.5
wouldn't tell me.
months.
Hang on. Did God also tell you that she was in fact there with her daughter?
No, but look, I didn't know. Yeah, I knew she was going with her
You
daughter.
just didn't listen to the whole message. You hung up on it.
Listen to what he wanted to listen to, Your Honor.
I knew she was going there with her daughter, but after not seeing her all day the day before, that Saturday, not seeing her all day, I'm her husband, and she never put me first. I was always in the back burner. And
tell me, give me an example of you being on the back burner, how she puts other people first.
When me and my wife first got married, I wanted to spend time with her, being married, and, you know, sex-wise. But certain family members, okay, she would tell me, well, the bed, we had twin beds in the room. The bed is too small for me and you to sleep in together, so I'm going to get in the other bed.
Right.
Lo and behold, at night, one of the children would come in the room and get in bed with her.
That's the jealousy part we
and
had,
get in
Your
bed with
Honor.
her, and they would go to sleep. It
Very
bothered me
jealous.
has been, I'm your husband, but you can't sleep in bed with me, but one of your children can come in the room, and y'all lay in bed and sleep. So I'm sitting at the edge of the bed like, what did I get into?
Well, now, and I hear you, but you know, when you're a parent and got kids, there's a certain amount of coming and getting into bed at night.
But at a certain age,
that does
though,
happen.
But at a certain age, I think at a certain age,
it should stop.
And I want to make love to my wife, and this certain person come in the room at night, get in the other bed, and I'm like, I'm watching him.
Let me ask you this. And I know kids get fearful and get into habits of things, and they do that sometimes. Are you allowing your child to get out of that habit of being secure by coming in with you? I mean, or are you kind of catering to it, not helping the kid or him?
No, I'm allowing my child to get capable of not depending on my being there at night with him, right?
But how long?
But Kenneth's just a jealousy animal.
I was not jealous.
We had
how you think I feel as a
guys like to sleep with their wives.
Exactly.
I
understand that, Your Honor. But this was not happening all the time. It was like probably once every other month. That's how often my child. It was not every night.
That's not correct,
Kenny
Your Honor.
is
I was sitting at the edge of the bed. I would talk to her. It bothers me. I'm your husband.
When divorce court continues, is Kenneth practicing what he preaches?
Kenneth says he's a pastor, he's a minister, and does more smoking and other things than anybody in the ministry.
Smoking and other things. What other things does he do? Divorce isn't easy. Call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com or become a fan at facebook.com/divorcecourt.
Divorce Court is back with the case of Kenneth Morrow, who wants to divorce his wife because he says she puts everybody else before him. But does she have a reason to do it?
Mr. Morrow, you're smoking, drinking, and lying?
That's a lot. I haven't had
Ms. Malone, you say that he's a hypocrite. Explain to me why you believe he's a hypocrite.
Yes, because he doesn't practice what he called himself preaching. Kenneth says he's a pastor, he's a minister, and does more smoking and other things than anybody in the ministry.
Smoking and other things? What other things?
Cigarettes.
Cigarettes?
Yes, and he would lie about drinking.
And what other things does he do?
And he would lie about drinking and lying.
Uh-huh.
So
he smokes, drinks, and lies, even though he's a preacher.
All the time.
Mr. Morrow, you're smoking, drinking, and lying?
That's a lot. I haven't had a drink of alcohol in over 20-something years. She's never seen me drink. Never.
Okay. You smoke cigarettes?
Yeah, yes, I did.
I don't really think, I mean, it's not a good habit. Clearly, it's not a good thing, but it's not. It doesn't make him ungodly. It doesn't make him a hypocrite.
She wasn't the person. She says, well, when I met her, she knew my morals. We did not date. We came down there, Greenville, Mississippi. I left everything in Pittsburgh I had. She's telling me I'm a woman of God. I go to church. I was there 3 days. We got married on the 3rd day. We didn't date because I didn't believe in sleeping with no one that I wasn't married to.
Now, here's something interesting. Dating and sleeping with. 2 wholly separate things. You can date a person and not have sex with them. Dating is going out, getting to know one another, talking, spending time, meeting friends together, da-da-da-da. So dating is good, and you should do a lot of it, but that doesn't mean you have to sleep with a person, because you can't just, oh, well, I don't want to sleep with you, so I'll marry you.
My wife's problem was that we started the church, and she was out preaching about going gambling at the casino. Now, she taught me the word sin is in casino. She was teaching, I don't go, I don't do these things, and come to find out she was going. While I was at work, she was going to the casino.
Were you preaching
were
about
not together, Your Honor.
Hang on. Were you preaching about gambling as a sin, and you were going and gambling?
Your Honor, Kenneth and I had separated when I started going to the casino.
We were still together in the same house.
He wanted to get off the situation about him having to borrow money that I had to make him pay my family members back, my family members and friends. He refused to pay them money that he would borrow from them.
That's not true.
What's that got to do with gambling and sin?
I'm getting to this. What it has to do with gambling, on my time is my time. I didn't preach. I didn't teach. He was the preacher.
She's lying.
Hang on.
You're lying.
I was there for my husband in this ministry, but when we broke up, after those 4.5 months, I was able to do what I wanted. If it chose to go to the casino, that's what I did, Your Honor.
Tell me about him borrowing money from your family and friends.
Okay, he borrowed money from family and friends, and this particular time he borrowed some money. He told them that he was not getting paid, but he was getting unemployment every 2 weeks, $300 and something. And he borrowed $250 from this friend of mine that I introduced him to, and tried to skip town and not pay those people.
Not
and then
true.
when he came back,
it was $60.
I told him that he had to pay them back, and he still wouldn't pay them. So I told him if he didn't pay those people back, he was going to have to get out of my house.
That's
Mr.
not true.
Now, you give me your version of that story.
That is a lie. I never bought $200. It was $60. I bought $60 from a friend that I met through her.
Right.
Okay, we bought $500 from her daughter to go to Memphis to take the grandkids somewhere. We supposed to pay it back. I ended up paying. She didn't pay.
Stop.
I ended up paying all the money now. She got the pledge out of spending the money. It was $60 that I borrowed from a preacher friend. It was not no it was $60.
I heard that the first 5 times.
Okay, it was not no $250. And the other person told me, it's her daughter. We bought $500 to go to Memphis, Tennessee. We supposed to pay it back. I paid it back.
Okay.
Your Honor.
All right, now we'll never. We'll go back and forth on this forever. You think Mr. Morrow married you for money?
Yes.
Explain that to me.
Apparently so, Your Honor. He knew what, well, I explained to him about my income before we got married, before he even came to Greenville. What he tried to do was come there thinking just because I told him that I had gotten hurt on my job, that I had some money coming in. He was thinking that he was gonna be able to share some money with me. But that was a no-no, because you gotta come in and take on responsibility. You're a man. You're supposed to live as a man's supposed to live, that's to take care of your family and help and provide. This man wanted
She was getting $700 a month. How's that some money? I was making more than that.
And the devil is a liar. You didn't want to go to work. How you was making more than that?
During the course of your marriage, did you work throughout?
When I first got there, I was drawing unemployment from Pittsburgh.
Up until how long?
No, wait a minute.
Malone,
so,
please.
About a week from my unemployment ran out, I was able to get a job at the hotel. I had income coming in. I gave her the whole check.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
I gave her the whole check to pay bills. So what I'm saying, being from a different state, coming to a different city, it was blessing I was able to get a job.
Did you get a job at all?
When I did, it wasn't that much money, but
it was
did
a
the
job.
thing.
Didn't the man come from another state and get a job as soon as he could?
And we talked about that, Your Honor. Yes, he did.
Then what more did you expect of him?
He didn't get the job until after he left the house, Your Honor.
When divorce court continues, how will Bina respond when Judge Lynn takes Kenneth's side?
Ms. Malone,
yes.
I got a picture of a guy, came down there, married you, got a job, walking to work, he can't sleep in the bed, and you won't cook for him. What in the world are you doing? What did you offer him?
If you would like your case heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com and follow us on Twitter @DivorceCourt. Divorce Court returns with the case of Bina Malone, who says she wants to divorce her husband because he is a liar. But is he the one who is lying?
She's a liar. She's lying. My wife didn't treat me like I was supposed to be treated.
You keep saying that. You keep saying that, and I'm not quite sure what you mean. You keep saying, I was the husband. He didn't treat me like the man. What specifically? Give me some examples of ways she failed to treat you like a husband.
The kids came first. Okay, there's one child, for instance, he'll eat a full course meal. Okay, I come home and then he'll say later on, 9, 10 o'clock at night, Mom, I'm hungry. She'll go get up, fix him something to eat. I done worked all day. I can
won't
come
fix
home.
you anything.
I can come home. I can count the time. In 2 weeks, she might maybe cook once. Oh, I'm in pain. I don't feel well. I'm working. I'm walking to work in the summertime.
You fail to realize I'm disabled.
Okay, but
I am in pain.
And another thing.
But you can cook. You cook for your kids. Why don't you cook for him?
It's not like I cook every day. And I also explained that to Mr. Morrow. And Mr. Morrow said he was going to pitch in with that.
She never loved me.
Hang on. Wait a minute, Miss Malone. Miss Malone.
Yes.
I got a picture of a guy, came down there, married you, got a job, walking to work. He can't sleep in the bed, and you won't cook for him. What in the world are you doing? What did you offer him?
When did he get a job? 4.5 months after we done separated? That's when he got that job, Your
That
Honor.
is a lie.
The man got the job after the fact.
You were only married a year.
Okay.
And then you separated.
And I left in June. See.
We separate within 4 months prior to our marriage. In the marriage, a year. We separate 4.5 months.
I had a job and I was working.
The first 4.5 months
I had a job
into the
when I
marriage,
was living
we
there.
separated.
You separated after 4.5 months, and you're saying he didn't get a job until after that.
See, she's a liar. She's lying.
That's
I had
just
a
like
job.
Your Honor.
Well, hey, I'm all done.
We were in a house.
Oh. Mr. Morrow, what are you taking away from this experience? What have you learned?
I've learned that...
Is there a lesson that you could teach your flock from the experience that you had in this marriage?
Okay, let me say this first. When I'm finding out that you really need to get to know a person before you get married to them. And when I first went there, it was really, everything sounded good. And I never went through nothing like that in my life, being treated and misused just like I was a stepchild. Everybody came first, but I'm learning that you really need to get to know a person first.
When Divorce Court continues, will Kenneth follow Judge Lynn's advice?
I think you get all into this how you should feel, but not what you should do. I think if you did better, you would get better.
Divorce Court returns with the case of Bina Malone and Kenneth Morrow, who have known each other for 40 years but are divorcing after only 1 year of marriage.
Tell me about the transitional support that you want.
Your Honor, I'm looking for transitional support from Mr. Morrow.
Let me ask you this question. You told me that during the course of the marriage when you were together, he didn't have a job, right?
That's correct.
There you go. That ends that question. Here we go. If he didn't have a job,
But
he never supported
Your
you.
Honor, can I?
No.
Why not, Your Honor?
Because I'm tired
My
and I
daughter.
want to leave.
But Your Honor, my daughter was helping me. My daughters was helping me with my income before he came in.
The point of transitional support is when two people are in a household together. One is the breadwinner. And when you separate, the person who has been the home, the person who takes care of the home has to have a little money to help them up and out. But you said he never brought any money. You said he never did anything. So he wasn't the primary breadwinner, and you don't have to. He doesn't need to give you a kickstart from where you were because you never left where you were.
All right.
That's what it is. That's number one. Number two, I don't know what you people are doing. I don't know. I don't know what you guys are cobbling together. I think you just a little money here, a little money there, and then you're confused. You're confusing me. Put the hand down. I think you get all into this how you should feel, but not what you should do. I think if you did better, you would get better, and then you would feel better, not just get married and feel like I'm the man and all that, because it doesn't work that way. And you gotta know people before you marry them. There will be no recovery in this matter. I am out.
Thank you.
All right. Parties may leave the courtroom.
I was giving you money. I was sending you money every 2 weeks, but you was going to the casino. I was giving you money all the time. You a liar. You just a liar. I'm giving you money. Hey, what I do?
Yes, I'm so happy.
You even told me. You even told me that you were seeing somebody else.
Now I can go back to Greenville, Mississippi.
You even told me that you were seeing somebody else.
Thank you.
I'm sending you money every 2 weeks. You lied and said I wasn't. You a liar.
Bina and Kenneth officially divorced after appearing in divorce court. Afterwards, they were able to sit down one last time, have dinner, and talk things over, reaching the resolution and closure that they both needed. Kenneth complains that Bina still calls him when she needs money, but says he is done and ready to move on with his life.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toler presiding. You may be seated.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Kia Greenwade and Jeff Chapman. Mr. Chapman and Ms. Greenway have been living together for the past 4 years. You do not want to live together anymore. You are here for a dissolution of cohabitation. I will start, before we talk about the financial matters involved in that, I'm going to start with Ms. Greenwade and ask you to tell me a little bit about your relationship and why you're in divorce court here today.
Okay, Judge, I'm here today because Jeff is always disappearing. Last Christmas, Jeff was gone for 10 days, Your Honor, and his excuse was he was out to get money so he can buy me presents for Christmas. Another time...
Hang on, just take a minute.
Another time, Your Honor...
How long was he gone?
He was gone for 10 days.
10 days?
10 days.
You were looking for presents for 10 days?
I was actually out working. And at the end of the 10 days, what happened? She came home,
Your
Christmas
Honor,
tree full of presents,
he
just for
could
her.
have at least called, Your Honor. He didn't even call the whole time he was out for the 10 days.
Okay, well, go ahead.
Another story, Your Honor, let me tell you. Jeff had, one time he was gone for 3 days. And while he's out, like, he never calls me. And
I do call you.
You don't call me.
Hang on, Mr. Chapman. Go ahead.
And he never calls me. And so I'm like, I don't understand. Like, why don't you call when you're out? And his excuse is, well, if I call you, I know you're going to cuss me out. Well, absolutely, I'm going to cuss you out because, you know, we haven't talked for 3 days, so when you come through the door, I'm not supposed to be lovey-dovey with him.
And Mr. Chapman, why don't you just call?
I do call, Your Honor, but every time I call, you know, she's always, well, where are you at? Well, why are you over there for so long and all this? And I'm like, well, I have to find, you know, anything that I can do, you know, to help provide. So that's what I'm out there doing, you know. So and in the middle of her calling me, I'm sitting here telling her, well, this is what I'm out here working, babe. I'm out here, like, you know, trying to bring something home to you. Well, don't worry about that. Just come on home. You can just come here and stay here. And I'm like, yeah, well, okay. Well,
what kind of work do you do that you can't come home at the end, at some point during the day?
Well, I do come home, Your Honor. I just don't come home all the time because I don't like coming home to argue.
I just don't come home all the time because...
I don't like coming home arguing. You know, because I'll come home, then there's a million and one questions, you know what I'm saying, about...
When you come home, it is going to be an argument, Your Honor.
Right. I mean, it's a vicious cycle now, so you're never going to have that resolved. You say when you kicked him out, he ended up living with a girl.
Absolutely, Your Honor. Yes, this was about 2 years ago, Your Honor. I kicked him out. And, I mean, I was telling him I would rather you live on the streets than live with a female. I mean, I know it's harsh, but that's the way I was feeling, Your Honor.
Who says that?
And so he ends up...
You got some wildness going on with your hair. You look like Pippi Longstocking. I'm sorry, I just had to mention that. It was
Your Honor,
me.
like, I end up, he invites me over to the house, and I get there, and there's lavender candles, there's lavender spray, girly purses, and he tells me that the boy that he's staying with, his girlfriend left his stuff at the house, Your Honor.
Okay.
Really?
I mean, Your Honor,
is that what happened?
I knew she was gonna blow up about it. You know, me and the girl, we don't have any relations at all. We were just real good friends, you know. And instead of me being on the street, she offered me a place to stay, you know, because I was working at the time.
Your Honor,
so
but you know, when you put a person out of the house, don't you kind of lose the ability and the right to tell them where to put his head?
I don't feel that way, Your Honor.
That's what I thought.
I don't.
That's what I thought.
don't feel that way. I really don't.
Well, what does putting him out mean to you in your mind? I mean, is it like...
Yeah, let her know that.
Like, is he on timeout? Is he... I don't understand.
Yes, ma'am. Wow. When I put him out, I expect for him to operate like we're still in a relationship. He's just not in the house.
I can't operate on the streets.
Really?
I can't operate on the streets.
I really do.
Come on.
I do.
You really do?
I really do.
Who thinks
I
like
don't
that?
have a problem. I don't see what the problem
As
is.
positively absurd.
Yeah, you know, she cheated on me before, you know, and to this day, you know, I mean, it still hurts me in my heart a little bit, but I don't bring it up as much. You understand what I'm saying? Because I let bygones be bygones. But I feel like, you know, if you cheated on me, then, you know, why are you up here, you know, giving me all this backfire about
He cheated on me plenty of times, so I don't see me doing it once shouldn't be a problem.
Once.
Once.
Twice.
When was the second time?
So when I went to New York, I went to New York. You cheated then. The time I got in trouble with the law, I was gone for a couple weeks. You know, could do some traffic tickets. I came home, Your Honor.
Another guy in there.
Yeah, she cheated on me.
Is that right,
With an
Ms.
old
Greenway?
high school friend that I knew about. You know,
yeah.
I was asked questions. Well, he's just a friend.
So,
He's
Ms.
just a friend.
Greenway, what do you... I don't understand. I mean, you two...
She can do her
get
dirt, but I
together,
can't.
part, see other people, get back together, part. How can you be so controlling of his behavior when you're doing the same thing?
But I mean, I'm only human, Your Honor. Like him disappearing and a lot of stuff that Jeff does, like he's emotionally, he's not there for me. And so at that particular time, I didn't see a reason. I didn't feel bad about doing it, Your Honor. When I did sleep with the guy, I didn't even feel guilty.
When divorce court continues, can Kia convince the judge her rules are justified?
Well, let's go to rule number 3 of Kia's dumb rules. It says, I'm only allowed to watch TV with Kia and only the shows she likes.
I'm telling you now. Your
Is
Honor.
that true? Tell me he made that up. If you're a gay couple, married or cohabitating, and you're ready to split up, call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com or become a fan at facebook.com/divorcecourt.
Divorce Court is back with the case of Jeff Chapman, who says he wants to part ways with his live-in girlfriend of 5 years because she is a cheater. And later, Jeff drops a bombshell.
Mr. Chapman, you have something you want to say to her.
Oh.
You say she's controlling. Tell me about
She's very
that.
controlling. I mean, she has a list of rules for me. You understand what I'm saying? That I follow.
Rules about what?
I have a list for you right here.
Okay.
I have a list for you right here, Your Honor. One time I wanted to go to the studio with my cousin, you know, in order to help build a website for him and everything.
Now, wait a minute. I'm confused. Bring me the list, Joe. Oh, here's the list. I'm sorry, Joe. I'm running you around. Kia's dumb rules. You have a name for them.
Yes.
And your first rule
Yes.
is I must give Kia passwords to all my private accounts.
All of my
Absolutely.
Is that
accounts.
accurate?
That's accurate because I pay the bills, Your Honor, and if I'm at work and he's on the computer, I need to know what he's doing when I'm not at work.
I need my privacy, though. I don't check your stuff like that.
when-
You know,
Okay,
I mean,
well, let's go on to rule number 2.
Rule number 2.
I must clean the house every day, even if the house is clean.
If it's not clean by the time she comes home from work, Your Honor, I might as well get ready to pack my bag. I'm telling you that now.
Nick, do you understand? I think she's a little, off the beam on some of this stuff. But if you're not working,
yes, and I understand.
Clean house, not too much to expect, is it?
Not too much to expect, but not when you're doing it every day and it's not your mess. Kia comes in the house, first thing she does is take off all her clothes. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like it and everything, but the clothes stay right there in the middle of the floor. Okay. She gets finished eating.
I came from a very traditional family, and my father picked up nothing. Because he did the work and mom did and when it turns around, it can't be the other way. I don't know.
I'm not saying that it can't be the other way, but I'm constantly cooking, I'm constantly cleaning every day, and if I don't, then I get fussed at. I get fussed at, and I'll be like, well,
my mom cooked and cleaned every day.
Well,
in fact, I cook and clean every day, and I got a job.
I just feel like she needs to take some of the pressure off me sometimes.
But
Your Honor,
if I'm paying the bills. I'm not. What pressure
Well, let's
is there?
go to rule number 3 of Kia's dumb rules. It says, I'm only allowed to watch TV with Kia and only the shows she likes.
I'm telling you now.
Is that true? Tell me he made that up.
No.
No, that's
not at all.
Why is he not permitted to watch television on his own?
He can watch television on his own, Your Honor, but sometimes I just want him to watch TV with me.
Do you ever watch what he wants to watch?
I don't like to watch what he likes to watch.
He doesn't like to watch what you want to watch either. I've watched an awful lot of baseball, not interested in any of it.
It's either it's Kia's way or the highway, I'm telling you.
Rule number 4 of Kia's dumb rules. I must stick to my 2 a.m. curfew. You have a curfew.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Does he have a curfew?
And I had to fight for the 2 hours.
When he goes out, he doesn't come home. So, yeah, I would like him to be in at a certain time, Your Honor.
And if I'm not in at a certain time, Your Honor, I'm telling you, everybody that she knows, all of my family members, all of my friends,
everybody.
Every last one of them.
I call
every last one of them.
Mr. Chapman, it's ridiculous, that rule, no doubt about it. But I will say this, though. You do tend to wander off.
Because I don't like to argue. I don't like to argue. If I feel like, I have to come home, if I'm out there trying to make a way for us, you know what I'm saying? If I have to come home to an argument about,
You just rather not come home at all.
The reason, Your Honor, it's an argument is because when he finally does come home 2-3 days later, he wants me to be lovey-dovey with him. And
you're upset with him because he went home.
Exactly.
I got it.
You should be proud of my
effort. Call me while you're out, you won't have a problem.
I can only have male friends.
Yes. Why?
He's not allowed to have female friends?
No, ma'am.
Do you have male friends?
Absolutely.
So why the double standard?
Because I know how to be a friend, and that's it, and Jeffrey doesn't.
Yes, I
do. But you've cheated on him a couple of times.
I mean, yeah, I have cheated on him.
That's a real good friend for you, huh?
Yeah.
That's a real good friend.
Does that not prove that you do not indeed know how to be a friend and nothing more?
No, I do know how to be a friend, but Jeffrey and his friends and wanting to be, he's really friendly with women, and
because I'm like a big brother to. I have a lot of female friends.
I'm sorry.
They come to me about their problems
situations,
with their men, and so I help them out. I'm like a big brother. I have a whole lot of female friends, but I can't talk to them.
And the last of Kia's dumb rules is number 6, which says, if I get a cell phone, I must check in with Kia 4 times a day.
And if I don't, she'll take the phone. She'll take the phone from me.
When divorce court continues.
He had a watch, Your Honor. Now, get a load of this. One day I noticed that there was videos. He was watching the video on his watch. You remember your watch? Your Honor, he had porn on his watch. What are you doing watching porn while you're out handling business?
That was really fun.
If you would like your case heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com and follow us on Twitter @DivorceCourt. Divorce Court returns with the case of Kia Greenway, who has a list of rules she demands her boyfriend follow in order to date her. But do the rules work?
How's this been going for you? Got your little rules together? You got all of your demands and whatnot? Man don't come home. He doesn't have a job.
Right.
I mean, where is this getting you? He's cheated.
Nowhere, really. I mean, that's why we're here.
Why do you continue to do something that doesn't work?
Because I'm a good man. I'm a good man, and she knows it, Your Honor.
Your Honor,
it's nothing that I won't do for her.
He, at one time,
but I don't get the same respect.
He had a watch, Your Honor. Now,
yes.
Get a load of this. Okay, the watch, it was a pretty cool watch, but one day I noticed that there was like videos. He was watching the video on his watch. You remember your watch? Your Honor, he had porn on his watch. What are you doing watching porn while you're out handling business?
That was really for show.
Your Honor.
That was really for show.
He also had
No, wait a minute, though.
Yes.
You had a video watch with pornography on it?
I had
so you could go down the street and look at some people?
He did.
I really had it for show for a lot of my friends, to show the video part.
Because he also had a cell phone.
How big was the watch?
It was about big as this right here, about the same size as the face.
And how do you stream the porn?
No, you can. I actually upload them onto the watch from the computer.
Honor,
just like
doing all of that work
on.
And you can upload pictures, music, videos
onto
everything.
A porn watch.
And it's not Your Honor, it's not even a watch. He had a cell phone one time, and I'm looking through the pictures, and there's X-rated pictures in his cell phone. So I asked him, I asked him, what are these pictures from? And you know what he tells me, Your Honor?
What?
When I purchased the phone, the owner forgot to delete the pictures.
It was a used phone. No, it was a used phone from a Metro store, Your Honor. And instead of them taking out the memory card that was inside of the phone, when I got the phone, the memory card was still in there, and I didn't delete any. I didn't delete any pictures.
Let's say if
that's like the condom was in the car when I bought it.
When divorce court continues, what secret is Jeff hiding?
Mr. Chapman, you have something you want to say to her.
Oh.
Divorce court returns with the case of Kia Greenwade and Jeff Chapman, who are dissolving their 5-year relationship.
Mr. Chapman, you have something you want to say to her.
Oh.
I just really feel like you emasculate me a whole lot, and it takes a whole lot for me, to continue to be with you, because I feel like you control me too much, and I can't become full potential. I can't really be a man, with you trying to control me like that. And that hurts me a whole lot. It does.
And Ms. Greenway, do you have a response to Mr. Chapman?
I mean, I understand. I'm sorry. I don't mean to control you, but it's just. I don't mean to control you, but, like in the past, if you say that you're looking for a job, but if I look into history, you're on Facebook more than you're looking for actual jobs. So that's why I am more hard on you, because I just feel like you're not really taking it serious.
All right. Why don't you tell me about the money that you want?
All right, Judge.
You want $474 from Mr. Chapman, because you say that's his half of the electric bill.
Yes, I do. I submitted the evidence to the court.
So have you put him out again?
No, I haven't put him out.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Probably tomorrow.
No.
I'm telling you.
I haven't. But yeah, as you see, Judge, this is a bill. When I'm at work working, $149 for 1 month. I'm not at home using up the electricity. So, all I want is half.
Where do you get the $474 from?
Because it's half, $149 a month, and I just want half of that for 6 months. So it's $474.
Okay, what do you have to say about the electric bill?
I don't believe I owe anything for the electric bill, because she forces me to stay there. You understand?
I force you to stay there.
All she wants me to do is stay at home, put in resumes, and call jobs back all day long. But when I go out, it's a problem. But she always wants me in the house, so that's why the electric bill is like that.
Mrs. Greenway, let me say this to you. He don't come home because he don't want to come home, because you just a pain. You're hard to deal with. You got a whole lot of rules.
I'm a pain.
You're annoying. You cheat on him. You tell him what to do. You want a little Ken doll stick figure dude that you can tell what to do and where to go.
I don't think so.
And that's why he doesn't come back. He goes and he said, "Oh, I'm out of the house. I can't take it." Gets 10 days, gets his courage back together, and he comes on back home.
I mean, I don't think so. I disagree.
If I were you, I I would kick Pippi Longstocking over there to the curb. I'd go find myself a job and step forward with my life. And you don't have someone picking at your back of your head all the time.
If he does what he has to do, then I won't
get a
be picking at
job
the
and get to moving. But you will do so without any money. You guys in an arrangement, a deal. He's cooking, he's cleaning, he's doing his part. That's that's what he gives to the household. That's the arrangement you made. That's what you get. There will be no recovery. It is so awarded.
All right. Parties, we leave the courtroom.
Kia and Jeff are still together even though Jeff isn't home. In fact, he hasn't been home in the last 12 days. Kia says he is staying with friends and he has a job, but she hasn't heard from him, and that's almost made them break up. Kia says that Judge Lynn's approval of Jeff made him feel he wasn't doing anything wrong. Kia wants to go to counseling, but Jeff hasn't been home.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toler presiding. You may be seated.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Tywanika Mackey and Heath Richard. The two of you have been living together for 6 years. You do not want to live together anymore. You have commingled some of your things during the course of your cohabitation, and you would like to resolve those issues here today, and we will talk about that momentarily. Before we do, however, Ms. Mackey, I'm going to ask you to tell me a little bit about your relationship and why you're looking to end it today.
First of all, I want to say you look beautiful.
Thank you, Ms.
And
Mackey.
thank you for having me. First of all, let me let you know, I'm a professional woman. I'm a professional woman. I take care of my business.
Not an amateur sister, a professional woman.
Professional. I met Heath through a friend. We went out one night, and she brought him along with her boyfriends, and I was like, okay, she said, why don't you talk to him? I was like, okay, I'll give him a chance. I talked to him. He's real deep, he's real passionate about what he does and that kind of thing. And he was saying stuff to me like, I love your being. I love your soul, your spirit. I mean, men don't say that kind of stuff no more. So, I was like, ooh, you love my spirit? You love my being? Okay, we can do something, So, he was a charmer, but things started to change. And like about 2 years, he really started showing himself. He's a cheater. He's a liar. I'm
a cheater.
Anyway, like I'm talking to you.
Give me some examples of when you've caught him cheating or what has made you think he's cheating.
First of all, he's had 4 cell phones, and to my knowledge, he had no phone. He's calling me from pay phones, other people's phones. I mean, why you got 4 phones?
Your Honor.
I'm talking.
How did you find out he had 4 phones?
Okay, the first phone was found under the bed, charging. I hear something vibrating, so I'm like, what is that noise? So I pull the bed out. Guess what I find? A cell phone, Your Honor. Where they do that at? A cell phone under the bed. So I answer the phone.
Hang on, I'm going to get to you.
I answered the phone, right? It's a young lady on the phone. She tell me they've been dating for 2 years. Where they do that at? I want to know that. Then the second cell phone I found was behind the couch. It was Christmas. So I pulled the couch out. Guess what I find? Another cell phone.
Your Honor.
But Your Honor, that ain't it.
Hang on.
That ain't it. In the cell phone, he got titles like sleazy, one night stand, crackhead. So we doing crackheads?
Come on.
Are you serious? Where they do that at, Your Honor?
That's extra. There ain't no crackhead in there.
When he gets in,
extra.
I confront him, right? I ask him, he said, oh, this is my homeboy phone. This is my homeboy phone. For real? For real?
Serious?
So when he gets back and you want to talk now, you should be all talked out, AT&T. You want to talk to me now? You want to talk to me now for real? Where they do that at? So one evening, I'm like, I'm planning a nice dinner for Heath. It's our anniversary. So I never go in his closet, right? He has jeans on top of his closet, so I'm preparing the evening, so I get his clothes out. I find 2 more cell phones.
In between the jeans?
In between the jeans. They both on, but guess what? He got them on silent, so I guess so the women can think his phone is on. They just ringing and ringing. Oh, he must be busy. So when he come in, Your Honor, I asked him about it. He's like, no, that's my brother's phone.
I mean, if she knows my number, she'll call about 200 times.
Your Honor,
Mr. Richard, let me ask you this. Specifically, she said you had women's numbers under names like sleazy, crackhead, that kind of thing. Was that true?
No. Like if it was a time when her and I was separated, and I had a phone. I did have a phone at this time. Anyway, I'll meet somebody, say for instance, like Hooters or something,
Hooters.
And just so I remember who it might say Kim Hooters or something like that, and she takes that to the extreme, like, oh.
Can I ask you a question? Why do you put phone numbers of people in your phone that you don't really know or don't really have any I mean, why is his name in your phone if they're so
I mean, it's exactly
that you have to have the place with it? Why are they in your phone?
It's a conversation that might have intrigued me somewhere, some form. So I might just put that where I met that person at.
How many intriguing men did you have in your phone?
I mean, like for instance, I might.
I asked you a question.
And I'll answer.
No. It requires a number. I asked you how many. How many
men like that. I mean,
do you have in the phone?
I don't look at men like that. You know, as in intriguing.
So the answer is none.
No, but I might say Frank old school. You know, that just remind me of Frank from back in the day. You know, I mean, it's just something
I put Joe Catalano. That's his name.
Right, but I don't,
first name, last name.
Even if they did.
You can't give me your whole name, you can't be in my phone.
When divorce court continues, has Heath been checking in with another woman all along?
So she calls me, they at the motel. I show up there, guess who coming out the room?
Well,
Mr. Heath
well,
himself. Where they do that at?
Well,
so when I asked him about it, guess what he say? It ain't what it looked like. What it look like then?
Divorce isn't easy. Call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com or become a fan at facebook.com/divorcecourt.
Divorce Court is back with the case of Taiwanika Mackey, who believes her live-in boyfriend Heath cheats on her every chance he gets. But will Heath finally explain where they do that?
Well, what were you doing at the motel, though?
He's not so-called not in the Facebook, but my friend, she called and said, you know, he's got an account, but it's not under his name, but he ain't got no face on Facebook. Why you ain't got no face on Facebook? He got, all he got is the silhouette. He ain't got no face on Facebook.
So
and
what
then
is that supposed to mean?
Last name Kabar. So that's what I do. I set up an account under an alias name, and I put a picture of a little kitten on there with the legs open. So I sent it to him, guess what? Because he into that kind of stuff. Yes,
what?
he is, Your Honor. So of course, he accepted my friend request. I look on there, he's in a relationship with some woman. It's pictures of him and a woman all on Facebook. Tell me it's
But I don't have no pictures on my Facebook.
But you don't have a Facebook, remember?
She says you don't have a profile picture, but she says you do have activity pictures, and in those activity pictures, there is another woman. Would you like to respond?
I do. I would.
Go ahead.
Well, first off, I didn't have a Facebook for the longest. Like everybody was like, I didn't want the Facebook.
Right.
You know? So anyway, I got one. I let my little cousin set it up for me because I'm not all that technical when it comes to all of that. So I let them set it up for me. You know, I mean, and so the pictures that you're talking about that's on there.
Don't talk to me.
No, the pictures that she's talking about, whatever. The pictures that she's talking about that's on there, I didn't even put on there because I don't even put pictures on there. And those pictures are what?
But hang on, but so you're saying somebody else posted those pictures?
Right, because I don't even do that. And a kitten with his legs open, I don't even know what she's talking about.
Does your are those, when you look at those pictures, would you think friend or would you think intimate partner?
Intimate partner.
Mr. Richard, let him finish.
Okay.
Mr. Richard?
It was. She was an intimate partner, though. At that time, she was. But I didn't put those pictures on there. Okay. And at that time, we was broken up, though, when we took those pictures.
So you guys were on a break when that happened?
We have those. Like, right now, I'm breaking for good. There's none.
Okay. Ms. Mackey, what else did you have to say?
Motel, let's talk about the motel.
Okay.
It's one particular woman that's always in our life. Well, she's always kind of, I can get Heath when I get ready to. I can have him. Let me tell you something. If he want to get got, let him be gotten then because he my man. So she calls me. They at the motel. I show up there. Guess who coming out the room?
Well,
Mr. Heath himself. Where they do that at?
Well,
so when I asked him about it, guess what he say? It ain't what it looked like. What it look like then?
Exactly. It wasn't.
You tell me.
She, and you know what? I was addicted to this woman for a minute. You know, I mean, I was. I ain't going to front. I mean, I'm being honest, but at the same time, you know, I was just like, it was a break. She called me. She was like, let's meet.
Yana,
hang on.
We met up there, and I was telling her, I'm taking this serious right now. I'm really taking my relationship with Taiwanika serious, and I just want to, go ahead and just leave it where it was. And she was a problem in our relationship for a while, and I admit I let that happen. That was my fault. Mm-hmm. But at this time, when she talking about that instance, that was broke off. We ain't have sex that day. We ain't kiss. We ain't hug. It was just a conversation. And
What were you doing at the motel though?
I mean, she was just telling me. She was like, "Well, meet me up here." And when I went there, I went to talk with her. That was what was in my heart, just to go and speak with her and tell her.
She wanted more, but you didn't want more.
Right. I mean, and that's what she wanted to meet. Well, we'll meet.
When divorce court continues, Heath has some accusations of his own.
I'm in the bathroom, and there's a condom wrapper in the trash can, so I brought it to her attention, like, yo, what's up with this condom in the trash can? What's going on?
If you would like your case heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com and follow us on Twitter @DivorceCourt. Divorce Court returns with the case of Heath Richard, who says he's had enough of the drama from his longtime girlfriend, Taiwanika. But does Heath have a history of bailing in her time of need?
I had a miscarriage. I was 4 months pregnant with our child. I called Keith. He didn't even come to the hospital.
You know, as I was telling you, we go through our breaks. This is the final one. I'm in the bathroom, and there's a condom wrapper in the trash can, so I brought it to her attention, like, yo, what's up with this condom in the trash can? What's going on? Oh, that's not mine. You know, I let somebody over here when I was...
Okay, and I don't believe it.
Exactly.
I don't believe it, but Ms. Richard, let me ask you this. When you're on a break, don't you go out with other women?
But it's the fact that at least I can admit to my wrong. She don't do that. She don't do that.
She pretends that
she act like that. She's all high and mighty. Like, right. I mean, and that's the thing. She always want to put herself at the top.
And let me tell you something, Your Honor. Your Honor, let me tell you this. Heath has 2 children. I don't have no children. He's never been there for me. He's never been supported. I had a miscarriage. I was 4 months pregnant with our child. I called Keith. He didn't even come to the hospital. Do you hear me? He didn't even come to the, and for 3 days, he didn't even come home. And you know what his excuse was? I was dealing with my own emotional battles. And I know I couldn't see you at that time because I know how bad you wanted a kid. Would they do that at Your Honor? He wasn't there for my grandmother. When my grandmother passed away, he told me he don't do funerals.
I don't.
My grandmother raised me.
Mr.
Your Honor,
Richard.
my grandmother raised me since I was a baby.
Mr. Richard, would you like to respond to that? How come you didn't go to the hospital when she had a miscarriage?
Well, for one, I did go to the hospital. I didn't stay at the hospital. I went, but the fact that she always put our business out there to her family and talked so down to me, I don't want to be around her family. That's all that's up there is her family. I don't want to be around these people. These people don't respect me because of her. You know, because she put me out there.
Well, what about the funeral?
Because I told her I don't go to funerals. I don't. But when she needed me when she was at home, I was there.
But Mr. Richard, let me say something. You know, manhood is not determined in the number of women you sleep with. It's not determined by how much money you make. It's determined by how you protect, care for, and secure those that are around you and that you love. You do things that you're not comfortable doing for other people when you need them.
I understand.
A boy stays home because it's not comfortable for him.
But I do.
It's not brave to do things that you're not afraid to do. Bravery is doing something that you're afraid to do and uncomfortable with because it's the right thing to do. And you need to be brave when somebody else is hurting. You were just wrong on that one.
I mean, the time she was in the hospital, all right, before that, I had this camping trip set up for my boys. And I told her, the day we went up to the hospital when she was having a miscarriage, and I was like, you know, we got this camping trip set up, and I'm gonna take my boys. That's where we went. I went on to take my boys camping. That's the only place I went.
Yeah,
when we out in camp, when we out.
Yeah, Mr. Richard, I mean, I understand, and you have to keep your obligations with your kids. But when there's a crisis like that, you lost my kids, so I'm gonna go off with my other kids.
I mean, because when I went off with them, I went to explain and help them understand what was going on.
Right.
Because
did you go back?
Yes, definitely. But she the one that feels as if that I spend too much time with my kids.
3 days. He was gone for 3 days. He didn't call or nothing, Yana.
I can't call in the middle of the forest.
When Divorce Court continues, Heath's ex shows up and the gloves come off.
She come in my face, we get into a fight in front of the courthouse. I was like, on my wedding day, are you serious?
Divorce Court returns in the case of Taiwanika Mackey and Heath Richard, who are seeking a dissolution of cohabitation after 7 years together.
The final straw was, last month we went to get married. We went through counseling, things were getting better. You know, we was having our date night and everything was, you know, was getting better with us. And we get to the courthouse. My mother was there, my sister was there, and we get to the courthouse, Guess who showed up? I'm in a separate car. He pulls up. I get out with him. I get out and meet him. His ex is in front of the courthouse. Oh. She goes out, when you gonna tell her you was with me last night, huh? So you really gonna go through with this? She come in my face. We get into a fight in front of the courthouse. Ooh. My mama get her nose broke, all because him. Oh. I'm like, on my wedding day? Are you serious? And for me, that was it. That was it.
Mr. Richard, I'm going to give you an opportunity to respond to that. What do you say happened?
Well, for one, I didn't have no understanding that she was going to be there. It was her that even went speak to the female. Like, why are you even acknowledging this woman? You know, for one, I told you I wasn't messing with her. That day that I left her at the motel, I was done. I never even messed with her after that ever.
Oh, this is the one that you had been addicted to in the past.
Right,
okay.
Right. So she came back and she was, I don't know, she probably heard it from someone through a grapevine because she always talking. And so
women talk about their wedding days. That's not gossip. That's woo-hoo.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But the thing is like, why you even acknowledging her presence? I mean, to allow her to be what she is, allow her to be miserable, you know? I mean, she go and confront the female, and then they get into a fight.
Your Honor, it's my wedding day.
I mean,
but Mr. Rashad has a point about that, Ms. Mackey. It is your wedding day.
Right.
People come to destroy your stuff. They can't destroy it if you don't let them. I mean, if she in there kicking and shooting and fighting, that's one thing. But don't acknowledge her.
No, she came up to me. I didn't confront. He's lying. He's a liar, Judge. Now he's a liar. This man, he didn't work for a whole year. Do you hear me? A whole year. For 1 month, this man had me taking him to a place of employment that he did not work at. And when I asked him about the paycheck, when it was time to get paid, he finally admitted he was lying because he didn't want to upset me.
I heard enough. Tell me about the $3,700 you're seeking from me with respect to the wedding rings.
Because he was supposed to pay for them, Your Honor. And I went ahead like always.
You bought the wedding rings.
I bought the wedding rings.
I wasn't supposed to pay for anything.
He was supposed to pay for him. He said, go ahead and pay for it. I'm gonna pay you back. And that was what we were supposed to do. And I went ahead and paid for it because we get married. I know he's gonna give me the money back.
Your Honor.
Mr. Richard.
Your Honor. For one, she proposed the whole idea, let's get married after counseling. She was like, okay, let's go ahead and do this. Let's make it work. Let's go ahead and get married. And I really wasn't feeling it fully, but because we still have a lot of unresolved issues. But I was like, okay, let's do this. So before I even knew, she went out and bought the rings. She went out and bought them. But then now she's telling me I have to pay them back? I have to pay you back?
I got it. Mr. Richard, you're a good-looking man with a good line, and you take advantage of it. You take advantage of women who fall for you. You took advantage of her. You were addicted to this other woman. Like, it wasn't my fault I was addicted to this other woman.
I didn't say it wasn't my fault.
You were right. Well, when you say addiction, it means it's beyond your control. And it isn't beyond your control. You had 2 women on the line. You had 1 woman willing to be the side dish, and you did it. Ms. Mackey, he is who he is, and once he's shown you that, it's your bad if you stay with him. Stop it. You're a good-looking, strong woman. Like you said, you are a professional woman. You need to move forward and move forward. You can't fix it. Wow. You can't make him be the man that you want to be, because that's not who he is. Right. Those kind of guys don't make good mates. I believe you went and got the rings. I don't believe he said he would pay you back. You wanted him. You're gonna tie him up and get him down, and you bought the rings and you got him down there. And I just don't believe that he promised to pay you back. He's not that guy. And I'm sorry. I wish I could give you some money, but I can't. But your freedom is worth your weight in gold. Move forward. Move forward and enjoy yourself. There will be no recovery in this matter. It is so ordered.
All rise. Parties may leave the courtroom.
That's just who you are.
You're a user.
Just, hey, go ahead and just live your life.
Good looking. You'll find another. You'll find another fool.
Live your life.
Yeah, live your life.
Be free.
Your soul.
Be free.
Your spirit.
Peace.
Yes. Peace.
You know, the 4 words I hear most from women who are hurt in this courtroom is, but I love him. They list all the terrible things their husband has done to them, and then they say, I'm staying because I love him. That makes me question if they know what love really means. If you're tracking him, tracing him, running around, getting hurt by him, getting called names, love alone ain't gonna cut it.
Guys, court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toler presiding. You may be seated.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Lenora Jones and Michael Jones. The two of you have been together for 9 years. You have no children together, but you do have 4 from previous relationships. You do not want to be a couple anymore, and you would like me to resolve an issue for very interesting purchases around $3,300, but I will get to that sometime later. Before we do, Ms. Jones, why don't you tell me a little bit about your relationship and why you're seeking to end it today?
I'm seeking to end it today because my fiance, Greedy Lindell Jones, is a liar. He's a habitual cheater. He drinks too much. He doesn't know how to communicate. And when I say a habitual cheater, I mean won't stop habitual cheater. Let me give you an example, Your Honor. About a year after we first got together in our relationship, we was about 6 months, a year into the relationship. We lived in an area where there was an abandoned house that people used to hang out and chill, sit around and whatever. So one of my family members, I'm chilling with them one day, but something is like, go home, better yet, go to the abandoned house. Don't go home, pass your home and go to the abandoned house. So I go there. Because of this gut feeling I got, I get up inside the abandoned house. Mind you, Judge, it's pitch dark, late at night. Music playing, you know, perfume. I know somebody's in this house kicking it. I didn't know that this idiot was going to be the one that I caught inside the house. I bust the door open, and lo and behold, this idiot, butt naked, with a bucket head. Bucket head is somebody in the neighborhood passing around, don't give much about herself.
Yeah, right.
They take off, both of them different directions. If it was 2 of me, I took off after both of them, this way, that way. I said I'd catch him later, so I took off after her. Butt naked, Your Honor.
Mr. Jones?
No clothes, neither one of them, Your Honor.
Were you butt naked with a bucket head and she caught you in the abandoned house?
She was supposed to be at home at the time.
Oh.
No, I'm grown.
So it was her fault for catching you.
It was her fault.
Yeah.
When you search for stuff like that, that's what you find.
Your head says something. What does your head say?
Oh, greedy.
It says greedy.
Oh, you had them shave that in there?
Yeah.
Why did they call you greedy?
Because I want
Let me
too
tell
much.
you, Your Honor, why they call him greedy.
All right.
They call him greedy because he wants more than he's supposed to have. He wants things that doesn't belong to him. That's why they call him greedy. He wants too much. He wants some extras that he's not supposed to have.
I'm not getting treated right, though.
Do you cheat on Mr. Jones?
Yeah, she ain't giving
All the
up
time.
no booty.
She ain't giving up
She ain't
any
giving up the
loving.
booty.
No,
Look at her, Your Honor.
I'm not giving up no
Well,
booty.
what does that mean? Look at
I'm saying she'll walk around with booty shorts all
the
day
time.
And ask me to scratch her back, right?
Yeah.
I'll scratch her back and stuff when I'll be whispering in her ear or kissing on her neck. Then, you know, I can't get no sex or nothing like that, you know?
Because
So
you're
you go
sexing
out
everybody else, that's
to
why.
the abandoned house.
I mean, you know,
With
that
your
was
bucket head.
yeah, that was years ago. But yeah, I have done stuff
Oh,
like
Your
that.
Honor, I got
Well,
a couple
tell me
more
about it.
incidents.
Tell
Your
me about
Honor.
it.
That was the first incident. I should have left him then. The second incident, Your Honor, was all through the night, you know, late at night, phone ringing, phone texting. He act like he's sleeping and he don't hear his phone ringing and phone texting. But I know he do. He don't want to answer it. He don't want to hang it up. I'm going to answer it because you're in my house laying with me. Oh, I love you, Greedy. Come see me. I miss you. I wakes him up to get his, you know, his half of the story. Oh, he don't know what I'm talking about, but the girl is on the phone telling me she doesn't know anything about me. He's supposed to be single. He's this, he that, and I'm telling you where I am. This fool sitting right there, not saying nothing in my behalf, just sitting there stuck.
Judge, it's like
not
5
saying
in the
anything.
morning. She answering my phone. I ain't even answering my phone.
If
You know
it
what
was
I'm saying?
2:30 in the morning,
She's like, who is
she's
this
calling.
girl? I don't
Were
even
you
know.
seeing the woman on the other end of the phone? Did you know her?
I mean, yeah, I knew her.
Were you running around with her?
Not yet.
Your Honor, the next day, Your Honor, the next day he went and had sex with the girl. The next day after the argument and the confrontation between me and her, he went and had sex with her. How would I know? Because when we caught ourselves coming clean and trying to resolve our own issues, he told me. So after we fuss and argue about it, you go and have sex with her.
You went and did it.
Yes.
After you already argued about it.
Yes.
Yeah, she ain't telling you the truth. We supposed to have a threesome, right?
Oh, my gosh.
You know what I'm saying? She chased the girl off, so I went and slept with her.
Your Honor, he's been asking me since we've been together, let's have a threesome. Since we've been together. I told him if he wasn't my man and I didn't care about him, yeah, but I love you.
When divorce court continues, did things get a little too close for comfort?
What did she say? Be my man?
She's like, why you got people calling you and put me against the corner? Now, I'm a man. You can't just put me against... First, she had me like one hand like this, right?
I choked them up.
See what I'm saying?
Divorce isn't easy. Call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com or become a fan at facebook.com/divorcecourt.
Divorce Court is back with the case of Lenora Jones, who says her longtime boyfriend Greedy is a habitual cheater. But does he stray far from home?
He packs up all the time. I'm moving, I'm leaving, and we'll move it to the other room.
Can I tell my story?
Yeah, please.
Can I tell my story?
Yes.
Before me and this lovely lady got together, right? She was harassing me, doing drive-bys on me, and choking me up, breaking my phone, and we weren't even together. You know what I'm saying?
Hang on. She was choking you up and doing drive-bys before
one time
you
she
were
came,
together.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? I came to Grand Rapids like 204.
He's a liar. Hang on.
I came to Grand Rapids like 204, you know, to be with my auntie, right? And she was coming over every day, right? You know, we kicking, you know, she a nice person, whatever or not. And girls would call me, you know. She got a baby daddy. She was staying with her baby daddy, and she asking me why girls calling my phone.
I had that baby daddy before
you know
I
what
met
I'm saying?
you. But are you saying that she was chasing you?
She chasing me down, but I didn't want to deal with it because she already had something going on.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? She made me her man. You know what I'm saying?
She forced herself
She forced herself on me. She didn't grab me back. She didn't grab me back.
What did she say? Be my man.
She's like, why you got people calling you and put me against the corner? Now I'm a man. You can't just put me against. First, she had me like one hand like this, right?
I choked them up.
See what I'm saying?
He was pursuing me just as much as I was. We both were. I was getting sick of my kid's daddy. I was at the end. My kid's father knew it. He had a woman there with
That's
him.
how many times I came over her house if I was pursuing her.
He sent her off so he could be with me, and I got rid of my kid's daddy so we could be together. So once we made them two choices, yeah, I'm hemming you up because this is the only place you want to be. You done sent off your folks, I done sent mine off.
You say he goes to the liquor store 5 times a day.
He cognac up. He's a cognac person all the time. When we first met, that was the drink. I bring cognac every day.
Had a job?
He just not, you know, months ago he was doing maintenance and security. He was doing all of that. But my whole thing is,
she stopped her job like a week after we was together to watch me.
Oh my gosh. No, I didn't. It wasn't.
She was trying to see who was gonna hook up with me before
no, it wasn't,
her. That's what she told me.
No, it wasn't. It was not because of that.
Did you quit your job to keep an eye on him?
She too
the job
insecure.
that I had, oh my gosh. The job that I had, Your Honor, I was at the end of the job. I was getting ready to start doing something else. I met him and I started spending more time with him. And then once we became in a relationship, I'm not gonna be at home working all day while you out lavishing somebody else up. I'm sorry.
Yana,
So you quit?
She quit before we was together.
That job I was already, I was having other issues with that job. He won't help with the bills. He have the money, but you know, family members to help out. He's mad because I'll ask a family member to help out with a bill. Why do I have to ask a family member? You're here with me. Let me give you an example, Your Honor. Let me give you an example.
Hang on, I'm gonna get to you.
Lights were off last year. Niece of mine ended up getting the lights cut off. I had to pay $500. Now, mind you, instead of him giving me money for the lights, everybody wanted to sit in his house with no power with candles. Oh, they partying and everything, a good time. He had the money, and he always say, well, you go outside the house. We're in a relationship. I shouldn't have to go outside the house. You know what needs to be done in here.
Mr. Jones, why don't you tell me your version of that? Were you sitting up in the house with lights on and with no lights on and candles and partying?
Yeah. With a pocket full of money.
Mr. Jones, I have to congratulate you on your candor. You're just right there with it.
Because
I appreciate that.
All day, I walk around turning lights out, unplugging stuff. Ain't nobody even in the room. You know what I'm saying? It's like a fan going, TV going, the hair curler. You know what I'm saying? I unplug all that stuff all day. So when the lights got turned off, I was like, you know, it was the wrath. You know what I'm saying? It was the wrath, you know, they got to deal with it.
When Divorce Court continues, is Greedy ready to come clean?
So your cheating days are over?
Yeah, right now they is, but I don't want to be with her
right
no more.
now. You see what I'm saying?
If you would like your case heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com and follow us on Twitter @DivorceCourt. Divorce Court returns with the case of Greedy Jones, who admits to getting caught with his pants down. But has Lenora's well of goodwill run dry?
But then he wants
She
me to
put me
have
out
sex.
like 30
That's
times
why
in
ain't
one
no
week.
booty. And I tell him that.
She quit her job so she can watch me.
Oh, my
I used to be
goodness.
like at the park playing basketball.
Right.
You know, I got next, so I asked somebody to hold my phone. This time it was a lady. You know, she was coming there to read her book.
Tell the truth,
whatever.
it was somebody
I
you
gave
was
her to
messing
hold my
with.
phone while I was playing ball. She pulled up on me, told me, tell the girl to give you some money.
That's right.
You know, this and that, woo, woo, woo. You know what I'm saying? Don't even know the situation. You know what I'm saying? She just spazzing out. Don't even know what's going on.
Did you roll up in the car?
Yes, ma'am, I did. Yes, ma'am.
And you go woo,
yes,
woo,
ma'am.
woo at her?
Yes, ma'am, I did. Because he's sneaky. And if you can get dollars from home, you can get dollars while you out being, you know,
Okay,
king
so
greedy.
I ain't got no female friends.
all those are
all my friends are male friends.
So your cheating days are over?
Yeah, right now they is, but I
What
don't
am I
want to be with
saying
her
right
no more.
now? You see what I'm saying? And he tells me how much he loves me, and they don't mean anything to him.
They don't.
That's just sex.
They don't, Your Honor.
Okay.
But then he wants
She
me to
put me
have
out
sex.
like 30
That's
times
why
in
ain't
one
no
week.
booty. And I tell him that.
With some
No, I'm not gonna
tight
sleep
stuff
with you.
on, laying
Yes,
next
and I'm
to
gonna
me.
be sexy
scratch
walking
my
around
back.
my
I'll
house.
scratch
Yes,
her
I
back.
am going to.
Get the blowing
You
in
know
her
it all.
ear and
Yes,
stuff.
Hang on.
You know what I'm saying? I scratch her back for her, give her a little massage, blowing her ear, you know, hoping
Yeah,
she'll
and
come
that's it,
around.
nothing
you know?
else.
If somebody call her, and she was talking about, oh, I gotta go drop somebody off and
That's
be gone.
right.
I'm left, you know what I'm saying?
Just that. Yeah, just that.
Just
I know
out
what
there
you're
like
saying.
that.
He won't leave. I can't put him out because he won't leave. He packs up all the time. I'm moving, I'm leaving, and we'll move it to the other room. I'm moving, I'm leaving, I'm not coming back. I'm so irritated, I don't want to be with you no more. And I'm like, oh, he packed his stuff up, and it could be 2 or 3 in the morning. I'm like, he gonna come downstairs, he on one of the other couches, sleep.
But look,
But he's so fed up with me.
Do you pack up and leave to the next room?
Yeah. Like sometimes I sleep on the couch, you know what I'm saying?
Well, are you done this time?
Yeah, I'm tired, man.
Yeah.
I can't, you know.
You can't do it anymore?
He only done because I'm done. Because if I
I've been
wasn't
moved out
done,
for 3
he'll
months,
keep
Yana.
on. You know, he be trying to tell me this is what men do. This is what women do. Put y'all up out of here and go on about your business, and that's what we'll do. That's the only thing I can come up with. I'm going to be 43 in July, Your Honor. He's 37. I'm not finna spend no more years wondering if Greedy King Greedy over here gonna get it together, because he's not gonna get it.
It's not gonna happen.
No, it's not.
So you've moved on and you've moved out.
Yeah.
You're all done with it.
I mean, I still come back, you know what I'm
Yeah, he
saying?
wanna
Because
still sit up
I love
under
her
me.
and the kids, you
Tell
know
me
what I'm
how
saying?
much he
I still,
loved me,
you know,
but he want to have old Sheba somewhere else and come still see me.
I still want to be friends with her even though we separated.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Now,
But
when you say friends, do you mean friends or you mean...
He mean get in the
look
bed
out, look out.
friends. Huh? Get in the bed friends. That's what he
I
talking
ain't
about.
getting none.
He still wanted us to be, because I told him, what is this? You want to be laying up around me and be, you want us to be around each other, but you don't want to be in a relationship. You don't want to get it together, but you want to get some.
When Divorce Court continues, Lenora, Greedy, and one wild ride.
I just get so mad, I just jump out the car and just walk home.
He will jump out my car while my car is moving.
Why take
so
you
you know
out?
what I do? I speed up while he's trying to jump out.
Divorce Court returns with the case of Lenora Jones and Michael Greedy Jones, who are seeking a dissolution of cohabitation after 9 years together.
My final straw, Your Honor, was
Saying hi. to
Last
somebody.
year, let me tell you.
I'll say hi to somebody. I'm screwing.
The final straw was just last year. We moved in this neighborhood. He goes out trying to make neighbors. That's what I'm thinking, meeting the people in the neighborhood. He meets a couple down the street. So eventually, he's like, come on over after a couple of weeks or something, hang out with us. They cool people. So we even came to the point where we became roommates.
Mind you, I leave, I go out of town, I'm all over the place, not knowing that these two fools had already had sex with each other.
Mr. Jones, did you move a woman in the house with whom you have had a sexual relationship?
I had to.
How's that?
Because I couldn't, at the time, I was working on security and maintenance.
He's just,
you know what I'm saying? I couldn't afford for us
to
move at the time. You know what I'm saying?
He didn't have to.
So that was the only way that you could get to stay was to have sex with her?
That's the only way I knew.
And I believe you. I do. Ms. Jones, why don't you tell me about the $3,300 you are asking for from Mr. Jones?
I got counsel, too.
When we first got together, it's been cognac. When he wasn't working, which he worked for a while, but most of the time he wasn't. And I know he liked to drink, and I was buying drinks all 3, 4, 5 times a day. So if you count up 9 years, cognac every day, I'm thinking $3,300 and something dollars because it's so much. I paid for it most of the time.
First of all, let me ask you this. Did you drink that much cognac?
Yeah, most of the time.
3, 4 times a day?
All the time. Not no more, all the time.
I say after the first year.
Okay, I got it. I understand what's happening here. Here's what we have. You said you had a countersuit.
Yeah.
For what?
Right. For what? For
defamation of character.
What character? Defamation.
Look, I'm gonna give you some examples, y'all.
Please do.
I'll say me, all the kids in the family, we in the car, right? We driving, right? If I ask her to stop at the gas station for me, right? We'll drive for like 2 more hours, pick up some more people before she even stop for me.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Then when I ask her, she'll cuss me out, get loud. Now I just get so mad, I just jump out the car and just walk home.
He will jump out my car while my car is moving.
Why take 2 hours?
So you know what I do? I speed up while he's trying to jump out.
Ms. Jones and Mr. Jones, you two entertained me. It was hilarious and horrifying all at the same time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think you two are probably going to be friends for life. What kind of friends, I don't know.
Right.
That's what she said.
But
he want to be friends with the benefits and with the benefits of us being friends.
And you know what?
Nobody else can be friends with me.
Ms. Jones, you're going to give him the benefits, too. I know it. I mean, because that's just how it works out. You'd be wise not to.
Right.
But that's not what I expect from you. But you got to know who he is, no more hands. Don't throw him out of the car and speed up and all of that. We can't have that. And the last thing I need to say is, you willingly bought him the cognac, so the cognac was his. You can't sue him for it now. You enjoyed him. I hope you had fun. I most certainly did. There will be no recovery in this matter. It is so ordered.
All right. Parties may leave the courtroom.
You got 9 years. That was so much time. Oh yeah, you owe me a lot more than $3,000.
Look at your mouth. I've been listening to this stuff for 9 years.
So what? And I've been putting up with your cheat.
Harassment.
Right. Yeah.
When Michael and Lenora returned home, their arguing resumed and has not stopped. Lenora says Michael continues to complain about everything, they don't agree on anything, and their communication problem has gotten worse. Both agree with Judge Lynn's observation that they are better as friends than in a relationship, and Michael says they are talking more seriously about going their separate ways.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toler presiding. You may be seated.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Aisha Thomas and Richard Thomas, Mr. and Mrs. Thomas. The two of you have been married for 4 years. Mr. Thomas, you want to stay married. You want to save this thing. You've come here to help me talk her into staying with you.
Yes,
Mrs. Thomas, you have other thoughts altogether. And we're going to get to that, and we're going to talk about it. You've been married for 4 years. You have 2 children together, but you have a grand total of 12 children between you. 12. And we're going to talk about that, and if we cannot work out a compromise, you want me to address the issue of transitional support, and I will do that if it becomes necessary. But before we do anything else, Mr. Thomas, I'm going to start with you and ask you why you've brought her here today, and what would you like to happen?
Well, first of all, I mean, I would like for us to communicate better. I would like for us to be able to work on this for our family. We've been in it for about 4 years now, and a lot has happened and a lot has gone on, and I really don't want to separate my family.
Well, tell me what's going wrong. How did we end up in a place where you've got to come for help?
Well, I mean, when it comes from me on my end, I don't really get to go out nowhere. You know, I'm basically at home a lot with the kids. You know, we have 7 within our home. We do have a dozen. I'm at home.
Some of them are out or elsewhere, but you got 7
that
in
live
the house.
at home.
Yeah.
I'm home with them all the time. I love being with the kids. She likes to go out. You know, she likes to go and hang with her friends. She likes to do things. I would like to get out more.
But you can't.
I would like to do things.
Because you're the stay-at-home dad at this point in
yes,
time.
I am.
Stay-at-home dad, if he get a life, he wouldn't be a stay-home dad.
I can't get a life if I'm at home staying home with the kids. Somebody needs to be home with the kids, period.
Mrs. Thomas, are you out and about? I'm going to ask.
No.
Mrs. Thomas, are you out and about,
I'm not allowed
around?
to be out and about. If I do make a girls' night plan, he's calling every 15 minutes. I was out. It was my girlfriend's birthday. We're out and about. I asked before I went out, babe, do you mind if I go out, you know, with my girlfriend for her birthday? Yeah, babe, go ahead. I got it. Everything's cool. Fine. We leave. I don't have a cell phone. My girlfriend does. He calls her. He called, Your Honor, no lie, every 40 minutes he called for something. The last time he called, he said the kids are hungry. You're the dad.
For only 40 minutes.
Why are you calling
Your Honor,
me?
on that day, here's what happened. On that day, on Christmas Eve, which is her friend's birthday, we were supposed to meet at her cousin's house to have Christmas the next day. We had just moved to California, and we didn't want to have Christmas without family, so we went to her family house. I took all the kids with me by bus. She was in the vehicle. I got lost on the way there. She know where her cousin stay at. I do not. I was calling every 40 minutes because I was lost for 3 hours. I was lost for 3 hours. I asked her to come back and try to get me to my destination, or at least a clear view of that. And she was, oh, I'm already out. I'm not driving.
No,
we're here.
we tried
we're there.
to give him directions.
When I got there, Your Honor, of course, I'm just not meeting this cousin, so I'm just not going to open the refrigerator and bust out and start cooking all over the stove and everything like that. I'm going to call my wife and say, where's the food that I asked you to bring? When I called, her friend picked up the phone, and she's like, what do you want? I want to talk to my wife. Well, what do you need? Why can't I speak to her? What is this she doing that I can't speak to her?
Mrs.
What type
Thomas,
of friend is that?
I will tell you something. If I was on a bus with 7 kids, and my husband was somewhere with a buddy of his, and I'm trying to get to his relative house,
gonna want that buddy to come and say,
I'm blowing him up until I get there.
Exactly.
That was wrong.
Figure it out.
Wrong,
and he didn't have 7 kids. He only had 3 of the 7.
Now, let me tell you, I understand that you have, and given the fact that you have 12 children, it's not a surprise that you have some baby mama drama. So, Mrs. Thomas,
it should be a surprise because he don't have any baby daddy drama.
I do have baby daddy drama.
Well, why don't you tell me what is the issue at this juncture about other babies' parents?
Okay, here's my issue with this. Your Honor. Some of her baby daddies make broken promises.
How much?
I've been doing the whole thing for the last 4 or 5 years. Ain't none of them came around. Nobody bought nothing. Nobody came by. Nobody calling no birthdays. When they do call, they making my kids broken promises. Now, what I'm trying to avoid is not the fact that they can't call and be be around them, but stop making broken promises and sending my kids' hopes and dreams down the drain in hopes of a relationship with y'all. So I'd rather not them be around. Period. Don't be around. We don't need you. We can do bad by our damn self. So if you're going to be around, then be around.
Well, Mrs. Thomas, I guess my understanding, your part in this baby mama drama thing is that you believe he gives his other baby's mamas more respect than he gives you.
Baby mamas and anybody else. I feel like I should never, if I have to be disrespected, that's personal between us two in an argument.
Well,
I don't
give me
feel like
an
he should
example
allow
of
any
the
other woman.
disrespect you feel from him.
A baby mama called. It was their child's birthday. They're talking, happy birthday, hey, you know. Baby mama gets on the phone. She's in the background, wow, 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 wow. So I hear the kid say, Mom, You know he has a wife, you know, calm down. She's like, I don't care, but she's talking to him. He's all passive aggressive. Oh, okay, well, I'm gonna just call you back. But if it was me, on the other hand, I'd have been all disrespectful and everything. And I don't feel like any woman should get that. If someone disrespects me, he should be all over it. Just like if one of my baby daddies or any man disrespects him, I'm going to be all over it. And that's the way we should be.
When divorce court continues, how did Richard ruin Aisha's big day?
You didn't even have a proper wedding. How did that one thing affect the other? Are you dealing with baby mama drama or baby daddy drama that has you ready to divorce? Call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com or become a fan at facebook.com/divorcecourt.
Divorce Court is back with the case of Richard Thomas, who wants to save his 4-year marriage even though he charges that his wife doesn't communicate with him. But is Richard really the one to blame for the demise of this marriage?
He let a lot of drama go on. Call the police. Her whole family is on my porch, all because of him.
Let me ask you this. You say that all of the drama that he has with exes and baby mamas and all the people that he has out from his former life, or what we assume is a former life, you didn't even have a proper wedding. How did that one thing affect the other?
It affected us because the baby mama was jealous, of course. I have what she wanted, of course, right? You know, so since she's all dramatic and all hostile and big and whatever, he felt like, oh, well, if we make this wedding publicly announced, and if we have a church wedding, she's going to come and crash it. So let's get married to justice of the peace. Babe, that's not what I want to do. This is my day, our time, you know, and who gives a damn about what anybody else say, feel, or would do? We shouldn't make our wedding day about what somebody else would or should or could do. No, it should be about what we're going to do, period. It should
That's her example of what the wedding was supposed to be.
It's my day. If I want to get married,
but it's just not her day. It's both our days.
Period. Mr. Thomas, I'm going to disagree with you on that. It isn't both y'all's days. It's her day.
Exactly. But we made it her day.
You know, gender equality and all of that, but the wedding day is all about her.
I can understand that. And if she didn't want to do it, nobody put a gun to her head and made her do it at all neither. So if she didn't want to do it that way, she didn't have to do it that way. She accepted it at that time. She accepted it at the time because that's what she wanted. Here's my thing is, first time being married, I'm not going to have a wedding that's ruined off rip. If I can have some type of securement to it and still be happy, then that's what I'm going to do.
If you'd have manned up and handled your drama, we would have had a perfect wedding. If you would have manned up like you were supposed to, been my man.
I can't handle my drama if I can't handle my drama. Like she said, how she felt like I should have handled it on the phone.
Ms. Thomas, you seem awfully mad about all of these women out there that he used to be with and what they do.
But I'm taking care of her and 7 kids.
He can't control that. I have a lot of control over my life and what goes on and what don't go on.
The control she has is not talking to him. That's the control she has.
So fussing and hollering at him because he's not fussing and hollering at her while she's fussing and hollering at him is not helping anything.
How is it okay for another broad to holler at him and I'm not able to?
I mean,
why would that be okay? He let a lot of drama go on. Just like a baby mama, if you have custody of a child, the kid go on the weekend and the kid stay with us, right? It's time for the kid to go. Mommy time right now. But instead, he wants to keep the kid. It's a court order right here in our face. It's time for this kid to go. But instead, he wants to hide the kid. We got to jump fences, call the police. Her whole family is on my porch, all because of him. You doing this for what?
You got to obey that court order, Mr. Thomas. There's no playing with that.
At the time, I did not because it was my son.
Stop.
Listen, it was my child's birthday, okay? And I wanted to spend that time with my child on their birthday.
Really?
Period. So that's what that was, and it was one isolated incident. It's never been a repeated incident since.
But Mr. Thomas, we're not playing about those orders, and neither should you. You can have a day after the birthday party. It doesn't matter.
It was
the 17th to 16th. Mrs. Thomas, be quiet. I am so sick of you.
Thank you.
I really am. You are a non-stop irritant in here, and no wonder. You feed the drama just like those other women are feeding the drama.
I should feed the drama.
No.
It shouldn't be in my life.
No.
At all.
Oh, Mrs. Thomas, you'll always have drama in your life because you're dramatic.
I'm always
can't
have
stop
drama.
it.
Thank you.
I'm dramatic.
Yes.
I'm supposed to be dramatic.
No. No. No.
Why not?
Because it doesn't help.
When divorce court continues, what will Aisha say for herself?
One time, she went to the store to get some groceries. It's been 2 hours. I called her and say, hey, you know, where you at? Oh, I'm around the corner. She don't bring the groceries home. She go around the corner and sit at the girl house with a car full of groceries. How does that make sense? I'm at home with the kids. You can't at least bring the food back and then at least
Did you do that?
along. Yes.
If you would like your case heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com and follow us on Twitter @DivorceCourt. Divorce Court returns with the case of Aisha Thomas, who wants to divorce her husband of 4 years because she says he gives more respect to his baby's mamas than he does to her. But is he controlling too?
You say he's controlling. Explain that to me.
Richard is very controlling. I was going to get my nails done one day. My girlfriend says, come on, let's go where I go get my nails done at. It was a weekend. We were gone for 2.5 hours. I come home, why the hell were you gone for 3 hours?
No.
I went to go get my nails done, babe. It don't take that long to get your nails done. How would you know? It's a weekend, you know? We're girls. What are you talking about?
Now, it's 2 nail shops. She went to one, but there's one right next door. You gonna send in one for 3 hours instead of going right next door? And then what the tripped up part is, when she came home, her nails fell off. I mean, they messed up. It was all, she had to go back the next day to get it fixed. And it was empty. I'm like, you could have went next door. You could have went to the one around the corner instead of being gone for 3 hours. And then in between that, the 3 hours that she was gone, I called. Hey, you know, is everything okay? No. Did I get the call back? No. Did she answer the phone? No. When she come home, she say, what's the problem? I don't want to get my nails done. What's the problem when you seen a missed call, not even calling me back after you got your nails done, telling me that you all right and everything cool? So what am I supposed to think? You sitting next to 2 nail shops. You gonna sit in one for 3 hours and not go to the other one and say, I'm pressed for time. Let me go over here and get this one done.
Miss Thomas, I don't think that's controlling.
At all.
I think that's, you know, if I told my husband I'm going to get my nails done and I'm gone for 3 hours, like, where you been? I mean, if he's going to get something done, I'd say, where you been?
Right. That's cool.
Yana, one time she went to the store to get some groceries. She said, I'm about to go up the street. I mean, like 6 blocks from us, okay? She's going to the store to get some groceries, okay? It's been 2 hours. I called her and say, hey, you know, where you at? Oh, I'm around the corner. She don't bring the groceries home. She go around the corner and sit at the girl house with a car full of groceries. How does that make sense? I'm at home with the kids. You can't at least bring the food back and then at least
Did you do that?
Around. Yes. Come on. What do you mean? I'm at home with the kids waiting on the food. Come on.
Why would you do that?
My girlfriend stays around the corner. Her baby has a tumor. I went to go see.
That's not why I know.
We're talking.
Her old girl, come on over and chill, and she went. You're 1 block away. You're 1 block away.
Hey! No disrespect, but the kid will still be sick after your kids are fed.
My kids weren't hungry. It was snap day. I went to the grocery store. I was getting out of the house. I have 6 kids and a nagging husband who's very needy. I need some breathing room.
Well, then how come every story we've gotten told in here has you out with your girlfriend?
Yonder, she just went out of town.
When Divorce Court continues, Judge Lynn tells it like it is.
Miss Thomas, look at me. Look at me. Look at me. This man loves you and he wants to stay married to you.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, Mr.
I don't
Thomas,
get that. Nobody else gets that.
This is not fixable without professional help. She
yes,
either need to go into counseling or it's not going to work.
Divorce Court returns with the case of Aisha and Richard Thomas, who have 12 children between them and are divorcing after only 4 years of marriage.
Miss Thomas, look at me. Look at me. Look at me. This man loves you and he wants to stay married to you.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, Mr.
I don't
Thomas,
get that. Nobody else gets that.
This is not fixable without professional help. She
yes, ma'am.
need to go into counseling
yes,
or it's not going to work.
Yes, ma'am.
You hear what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, you're not a perfect man. I'm not saying that. You're not a perfect man, but you're making perfectly good sense to me.
No, he's not. He's just sitting up here putting on his front.
She got a whole lot of, You can't even front.
Right.
Your stuff is so wound up, you can't even front well.
Why would I?
You're not coming across as reasonable. You're not coming across as somebody who makes good decisions. I'm telling you that. You have not achieved that, okay? And you haven't achieved it because you don't know what it looks like. And you'll never know what it looks like until you're able to stop talking and getting all tied up in what you think and what you need and what you want and listen and hear what somebody else is telling you. That's what it is. And you need to go and get some help with that. Honest to God, because you'll never be okay with any guy you get if you're still running around in that tornado in your head. Seriously. And I mean that in all, I don't want you to...
you don't give me no tornadoes? You're just all, I'm up here,
I give her flux. I'm not a perfect man, but I do a damn good job at being her man.
Did you ever tell her about your flaws and your issues?
I do have flaws and issues. There's no human being on this earth that's perfect.
I had an opportunity to speak to you on several occasions and ask you, what's he doing wrong? What's going on? You told me stories that at the end of the day implicated you. You did.
How?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. You said you were so controlled you can't go out with your girlfriends. And then, 9 girlfriend stories later, we're still talking about that.
It's not 9 girlfriend. Your Honor, no, it's not.
I don't even want to get into it. I don't even want to get into it.
With her more
Mrs. Thomas, you really do want to leave him, which I think is about the most foolish thing that you could do. But you want $650 a month for the next 3 months for rent. For transitional support. Why don't you tell me why you believe Mr. Thomas should pay that amount to you for support?
Mr. Thomas should pay that amount to me because we got into a contract together, a lease in an apartment.
Okay. And so you want to put him out, and the lease is $650 a month.
He doesn't have to leave. You can stay there until his lease is up. If you want to leave, then that's fine.
Well, you want to leave.
You said when I want to leave?
I'm so confused.
I really...
Mr. Thomas, I wish you the best. All the luck in the world. There will be no recovery in this matter. It is so ordered.
All right. Parties may leave the courtroom.
Aisha and Richard report they have been doing the exercises that the divorce court aftercare counselor taught them and are trying to make their marriage work. Aisha is working on not bringing up the past and is listening more and complaining less. Richard says that the show made him realize that he's a good person and shouldn't be made to feel bad about himself. They are working hard to stay together for their children's best interests.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toler presiding. You may be seated.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Wendell Paul Glover and Jasmine Neal. The two of you have been living together for 6 years. You have 3 children together, and you don't want to be together anymore. You've come here to ask me to resolve some financial matters for you. Before we get to that, however, Mr. Glover, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your relationship and why we ended up in divorce court here today?
Okay, first I want to talk about Jasmine, about how she tried to trap me in this relationship with the kids that we currently have now. Well, first it was, don't worry about us. She was on top of me, and she wouldn't get off of me. And I kept saying, can you get off of me, get off of me? She wouldn't get off of me.
And that's how the first baby was conceived?
Right, and the second and the third.
Your Honor. Now, wait a minute. Mr. Glover, you're telling me that Ms. Neal decided she wanted to have children, so she just hopped on top of you and...
Right, she trapped me, right. She said, don't worry about
it. Ms. Neal, your response to that allegation.
This man is a liar, okay? If anything, he trapped me. He told me that he wanted to have a son or a child because his mother was sick, and he wanted to have a child before his mother passed. He made me believe that his mom had some type of internal illness, and she was going to be passing away soon. He trapped me into this, into having this.
Not necessarily all true.
Yeah, no,
not
that's
necessarily.
True.
Not necessarily all true.
How did I get on top of him?
Well, what part of it is true?
I wanted a first child, but not a second and a third.
He's a liar. Don't let the baby face fool you, Your Honor. This man, he's been cheating since the start.
Now, why do you say he's been cheating? What evidence do you have of that?
Okay, Your Honor, one time he goes to the club. he's so stupid that he went to the club and instead of giving the girl his cell phone number, he gave her my cell phone number. So she calls me, and she's like, can I speak to Paul? And I'm like, how'd you get my number? Well, this is the number that he gave me. We met at the club last night. I asked him about it. He tells me that it was some type of lesson that he was trying to teach me, that other women wants him, and I should be appreciative of him. He's a liar.
Mr. Glover, did you go out to the club and give a woman your woman's number?
Yeah, I did that.
Now, was that intentional or was that a boo-boo?
A little bit of both.
So when you did it, it was an accident, but you thought you'd turn it into a life lesson for her since it happened. Is that what you're saying?
I'll go with that, yeah. I don't feel like she want me. She's very insecure and controlling.
I'm insecure and paranoid because he made me that way. One time we go to Blockbuster, I picked out Sex in the City, he picked out something else. We get home, he suddenly got a phone call from one of his friend or his cousin that he needs to go somewhere. He ended up taking the movies with him. He stays out all night. He comes back the next morning, and I see in his phone from a text from a female saying that she enjoyed the movies last night. So it doesn't matter.
Did you rent Sex in the City to watch with your lady and watch it with some other lady?
Not necessarily true.
Well, what bits and pieces of that is true?
I did get Sex in the City.
Right.
And I did watch it with another girl.
So what's not true?
It wasn't for me and her to watch together.
So you never intended to watch Sex in the City with her?
No.
Now, Mr. Glover, have you cheated on her?
In the past, yes.
Okay.
And she knows.
How far in the past are we talking here?
Years ago.
Yeah, how many years?
Nothing sexually.
Nothing sexual?
Nothing at all.
Well, what kind of cheating were you doing?
I do miscellaneous stuff, I say.
Now, what is a miscellaneous cheat? You don't touch other women, is what you're telling me.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
But you're cheating in some kind of other fashion. I want to know what kind of fashion that is.
If I go out, have a drink with someone.
You give them the number. And if it's a bad day, you give them her number.
Yeah,
is that what goes on?
That happened in the past.
Do you doing a little too much Facebooking? Are you friending people, cute, saying a few things that you wouldn't say right in front of her?
Yeah, that's true too.
That's happening? Are you doing a little tweeting and texting and woo baby? Are you doing a little of that?
Somewhat.
Some of that. So you a techno cheater. You let your fingers run amok on the keyboard, and as long as you're not actually touching flesh, you're okay. Is that what you're telling me?
In the past, but I know it's wrong. Yeah.
But you cut it out.
Yeah, I cut it out.
How long ago did you cut it out?
Years ago.
Years ago. Now, did he cut it out?
No, he hasn't cut it out. I found he's a cheater. He claims that it's not, as long as he's not having sexual relations, it's not cheating. But how come when I went over his house one day, prior to us moving in, it was a female in his shirt in his room. And he tells me that the girl wasn't for him, it was for his friend. But his friend wasn't in the room, Your Honor. It was just him and her in the room.
When divorce court continues, why is Paul pretty in pink?
The little pink house shoes, he will cook. But that's about it. But I need more than that.
What do pink flip-flops have to do with it?
They her shoes, but I'm not gonna lie, they kind of comfortable.
Divorce isn't easy. Call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com or become a fan at facebook.com/divorcecourt.
Divorce Court is back with the case of Paul Glover, who says he was tricked into a 9-year relationship with his children's mother. But even so, does he take responsibility for his 3 kids?
We live in the same house, and I had to put him on child support because he won't take care of the kids. But
are you serious? You say you believe that he thinks you're his slave at home.
Yeah, he does. He'll eat and he'll just leave his paper on the table waiting for me to pick it up. Yeah, and I clean up. I make sure the floors are vacuumed. I make sure the kitchen is clean, the dishes are washed. I take the kids' baths. I iron their clothes. I wash the clothes. He don't do anything. He'll cook.
Can you tell about the bags you do too?
The who?
He'll cook in the little flip-flops. I will do. The little pink house shoes, he will cook. But that's about it. But I need more than that.
What do pink flip-flops have to do with it?
He wears these little pink flip-flops, and he's always talking about, well, I cook, I'm cooking in your flip-flops, and you don't appreciate. But that's all that he does.
Do you cook in the pink flip-flops?
Yeah, I cook. I actually got them with me. I cook.
Your flip-flops?
Yeah, I got the flip-flops.
This is your cooking attire.
It's my cooking attire. They her shoes, but I'm not gonna lie, they kind of comfortable.
So you put them on so you can cook?
And I cook, yeah. I cook every day for it.
Let me ask you this. You got a lot of paraphernalia over there. Why don't you explain to me what you brought into this courtroom and why?
Well, I showed you the flip-flops.
You showed me the flip-flops, but there's a big bag over there.
Okay. Jasmine, she's very disrespectful. She throws a tantrum. I call it devil mode.
Devil mode?
Yeah. She kicks me out every time, at least 50 times.
50 times a year or 50 times?
Since I known her, 50 times.
Since have you kicked them out 50 times?
It's because he's disrespectful. Like, he'll go out, he'll stay out all night, so I figure, why not pack his bags? He's never here anyway. He's always gone.
So that's your emergency escape bag?
I carry this bag everywhere I go. This is my travel bag. She might kick me out in the air or so. I carry it everywhere I go.
So you ready to roll? If she says go, you ready to get out?
I never know when I'm gonna go.
So you got your bag?
I got my bag full of clothes. Got my bag with me.
All righty. Which one of you works outside the home? Which one of you brings money in the house?
I'm a stay-at-home mom right now. But prior to this year, I've been a stay-at-home mom. I'm the one that's been bringing the money in.
Not to my knowledge.
She doesn't bring any money into your knowledge?
I haven't seen no money.
So how does the bills get paid? How does the kids take?
Do you pay the bills?
I do side jobs. Yes, I do.
Your Honor, I had to put him on child support. We live in the same house, and I had to put him on child support because he won't take care of the kids. But
are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious.
You're living with on child support?
Yeah, and he won't even pay that. But he'll give his friend money. He gave his friend money to help pay his child support, but he don't pay his own child support.
Mr. Glover, are you on child support?
Yeah. And I live with her.
Holy cow!
Yep.
I mean, don't you feel like you should just take care of the kids without some guy in a robe telling you got to?
I do. She wants both. I do child support and do that.
No, Your Honor, that is not true.
Well, do you work full time?
No, I go to school.
He's not realistic with life. He doesn't want.
Why do you say he's not realistic?
He doesn't want to go out and get I would say a normal job, 8 to 5. He has this whole fantasy of
being a businessman.
No, being a rapper. He thinks that he's going to be this big-time rapper.
Do you know that every third individual I see wants to be a rapper? There's not enough rap room for all of you. Do you get that part?
I get that.
When Divorce Court continues, is Jasmine out of control?
She's very disrespectful, revengeful. She destroys everything. If she thinks I'm cheating, she destroys everything.
What does she destroy?
If you would like your case heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com and follow us on Twitter @DivorceCourt. Divorce Court returns with the case of Jasmine Neal, who admits to kicking the father of her 3 children out of the house repeatedly because she says he's disrespectful. But does her punishment fit her crime?
Now tell me about the $549 for the flat screen TV. He pawned it, you said, and then just spent the money on himself? I want to talk about the dissolution of cohabitation form that I asked you to fill out. When 2 people live together and then they decide they don't want to live together anymore, they've got to separate all of their property and their items. And Jasmine, Ms. Neal, you was like, I want it all. I want the kids,
I deserve it
the
all.
furniture,
Wendell
to take nothing. I don't even know if he can keep his bag of clothes.
He can have the clothes, but Your Honor, everything's mine.
When Mr. Glover filled out his form, he said he wanted to take the computer. He feels he's entitled to the computer, and he wanted you to get mental help.
Yeah, so I do.
That's what he thinks you should take out of this. It's a mental. Hang on. And then I asked about the debts and obligations and how you two were going to partition those out. And she said, Jasmine owes me my life back, which is priceless.
He can have his life back. All I want is for him to take care of his kids. He hasn't grown up. I should have a ring on my finger. I'm good enough to have his kids and to lay up with, but I'm not good enough to be his wife.
Respond to that.
She's very disrespectful, revengeful. She destroys everything. If she thinks I'm cheating, she destroys everything.
What does she do? What does she destroy?
This is all the clothes I have with me. This is everything.
She tore up all your other clothes?
She ripped it up, threw it in the street. She breaks my phone. She broke my phone.
Did you do all of that?
No, Your Honor, I did not. I might have broke his phone, but as I recall, he broke my phone and he took my TV out our house and pawned it. And what am I supposed to tell the kids?
Did you pawn the TV?
I pawned the TV.
In order to get money for what?
I bought the TV. I pawned the TV.
You didn't buy nothing.
Because she broke my phone. This is
so
not
you pawned the TV, that was your response?
To reimburse my money.
Now how, come on, people, you got 3 children and you out there in elementary school. He did that, I'm gonna do that. Come on, breaking the phone.
No, that's him. He's tit for tat type of person. I'm not like that. He broke my phone.
But you broke his phone.
Maybe.
What do you mean maybe?
I have the phone with me.
I might have accidentally dropped it or something. I don't know if it was intentional or not, Your Honor.
When divorce court continues, does Paul have Jasmine's number?
She said she might have broke it. Do that look like you might have broke the phone?
Well, Your Honor, is that worth $400? Does that look like it's worth $400?
Is that...
Divorce court returns with the case of Paul Glover and Jasmine Neal, who want to end their relationship after 9 years and 3 children together.
First of all, Mr. Glover, you are seeking $549 for the cost of the 42-inch flat screen TV, which is the one that he pawned, that you say he pawned.
Yes.
Right? In retaliation for the phone. And Mr. Glover, you're suing Ms. Neal for the $499 for a cell phone purchase in 2012. Is that the cell phone that was broken, which prompted you to sell the TV?
Yes.
Your Honor, the cell phone that I broke is probably a little $30 cell phone, and he's trying to get $400 for a upgrade. No.
Bring it up here, like I'm gonna know.
She said she might have broke it. Do that look like you might have broke a phone?
But Your Honor, is that worth $400? Does that look like it's worth $400 to you?
Is that...
Look at that. That is an old school phone. That is not worth no $400.
Once she broke it, yes.
No, that is a $30 phone.
Yeah, you know, I'm not a techie. I know this isn't a $400.
It's not even a touch screen. He knows. He's trying to get over.
It's broke, though.
I jumped up and down on it, threw it across the room, took a hammer to it, broken. Now tell me about the $549 for the flat screen TV. He pawned it, you said, and then just spent the money on himself?
Mm-hmm. Spent the money on himself.
Do you guys have another TV in the house?
Yes. Yes, we do, Your Honor.
Where was that flat screen TV? Was it in the living room or was it in your bedroom?
In the living room, Your Honor. I replaced it.
You replaced it?
Yes. I felt it was immature, and I've been the bigger man, and I replaced the TV with a new one.
He hasn't bought any TV furniture or nothing in my house.
Let me tell you something. I think you're conducting business like you're single. I think you're out there, you're a good-looking guy, the women are willing, and you're able. And you go out there, and it's fun, and it's nice to get that. You may not be touching anybody else, but you feed your ego with all of that female attention that you get, and it hurts her. It doesn't matter that you're not having sex with them. It hurts her. If you want to be a man, if you want to raise children, you cannot raise those children in a house where the main person in their life feels unsafe, insecure, and unloved, because all of her problems and all of your problems dribble down on the kids. You got to give them a secure environment. So you got to let that go so the kids can be all right. Ms. Neal, you got to be cool, calm, and collected. You can't get crazy about these kind of things. You really can't, because he's not, you know, he's not grown. He's a bit of a kid. You got 3 kids already. You know, you got a good sense of humor. I get that, Mr. Glover, but you got to grow up. It's too late to be playing. You know, and all that stuff you're doing is playing. I am not going to get into the middle of an elementary school-like fight about you broke this, I broke that. The 2 of you need your money. You need, if you ever get any money, what you need to do is go to marriage counseling so you can decide how to parent and how to be together so your children have an opportunity to be something other than woo when they get out of your house. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know, so there will be no recovery in this matter. It is so ordered.
All rise. Parties, may leave the courtroom.
I cook every day.
So what?
And you clicked me out.
So what? You cook every day. What about the financial part of it? What about the taking care of the kids part of it?
What about not kicking me out every day? Do I need my bag
and
today?
I will. If you come up with, won't kick you out if you come up with some rent money.
You need to realize you got a good man. I'm an angel and I might fall out.
Yeah, right. You are not an angel. Get over yourself.
I've been over myself.
Get over yourself and get it together.
When you do first.
Before I leave you. Because you know you need me in your life.
Paul continues to wear Jasmine's pink slippers and to do the majority of the cooking, although he notes that Jasmine is being nicer and helping out since they returned home from divorce court. Paul is happy that Jasmine has not tried to kick him out again and says they are working towards staying together. Jasmine reports that Paul actually has stepped up and begun paying child support. Paul and Jasmine are taking baby steps toward fixing their problems and hope counseling will set them on the right path.